The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Gaskiar FM Tichuman, Radio Wa in Wa and Bedouin FM in Bunkrugu. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, 11 cases of dengue fever recorded so far in the Eastern region, but more cases are expected as the Ghana Health Service awaits results from over 100 samples.
Of the 103, we have received samples for 56, of which 11 are positive. So we are waiting for results for the remaining samples.
Also, Upper West Regional Security Council discloses it's not ruling out coordinator killings in the gruesome murder cases in Wa as it meets security chiefs today to verify new leads that have been picked up.
Tomorrow there's going to be another meeting with regards to the lead information that people are picking. So the people that are noted to be called tomorrow, the information they'll pick from them will help the security agencies.
What's in business, Daryl?
Well, coming up in business, IMF staff complete visit to Ghana to review half-year economic data but raise concerns about payments to independent power producers. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, a criminologist alarmed by mob attack culture in the country following death of a young musician who was lynched over the weekend. This is Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Thank you for joining us. My name is Hannah Odami with the details. We start from the Eastern region where 11 cases of dengue fever have so far been recorded, but that number may increase according to the Ghana Health Service, which is awaiting the results of over 100 samples sent to the Noguchi Memorial Institute for testing. The samples were taken from 5 districts. Deputy Eastern Regional Health Director Dr. John Eko Otu tells Joy News measures are in place to contain the spread, but individual commitment is also essential.
Yes, so once you've been to this district and you are experiencing symptoms, i.e. fever, general malaise, headache, vomiting, abdominal, any symptom that looks like malaria, we advise you to get close to the nearest health facility and let the health workers know that you spend a number of days in these communities.
All right, so then if you know that you've visited any of the 5 districts in Brim South, Brim North, Brim Central, Achase and Achimansa in recent times or experiencing any of the symptoms, including high fever, severe headache, joint and muscle pain, rash and mild bleeding, you heard what you have to do. But why don't we hear from the Deputy Eastern Regional Health Director, Dr. John Eko Otu, who tells Joy News that measures are in place to contain the spread, but also individual commitment is very essential.
The 103 are people the region has suspected so far. And once we suspect, we take samples to confirm. Of the 103, we have received samples for 56, of which 11 are positive. So we are waiting for results for the remaining samples. We are ramping up our social mobilization risk communication. So as part of our education to the community, we are also informing them that it's important they put in all measures to prevent mosquito bites.
You heard the Deputy Eastern Regional Health Director, Dr. John Eko Otu. Let's move on. And the Upper West Regional Security Council says it is not ruling out coordinated killings in the murder cases that have been recorded in the municipality. The latest killing involves a driver's mate who was murdered in a suburb of Wa. The murder of Opoku Richard brings the number of persons killed in the municipality to 17 in the last 3 years. Speaking to Joy News, MCE for Wa, Tahiru Isahaku Moment said the security chiefs and council will meet today to verify new leads which have been picked up.
Let me make it very clear that this is a coordinated crime and the perpetrators, they have their way of operation, and if you look at the way they operate, it is not uniform. The operation is not uniform, and then what we usually find in the bodies of the victims are not also the same. You remember the previous ones, they take the body parts away. But in the recent ones, you see the bodies, no body part is taken, apart from the person being slaughtered or killed that way. No, you won't see any part of the person being taken away. So that's sick to kind of like confuse people with regards to what is the motive behind.
You heard there Tahiru Isahaku Mumin, his MC for a while. Now, calm has returned to the Labour front as organised Labour calls off strike less than 24 hours into the action, and offices that were deserted yesterday are expected to be opened for business today. The strike was to demand SNIT to terminate processes to sell off 60% in 4 hotels owed by SNIT to our Greek Minister Brian Echampon's Hotel Rock City. But they have issued a stern 1-month ultimatum to SNIT to engage Labour over all the issues relating to the management of workers' pensions. The Director General of SNIT, Ms. Osafomafo, tells Joy News they will engage all interested parties on the best way to sell the hotels.
We've come to this point. We will go back and re-examine it. This is an issue of stakeholder engagement. We've terminated the process. The stakeholders and ourselves will then sit down and we would see how we progress.
Labour is welcoming this decision, and Dr. Ilyasu Mumin is the General Secretary of the University Teachers Association of Ghana. Let's listen to him.
It's a good call, and we are ready. Dealing with non-performing assets comes with different alternatives and different choices. What is considered to be a bad transaction was the timing and the engagement of politically exposed actors, and then also the economic condition. So engagement with us is welcomed, and we are ready to also offer quite a number of alternatives.
Dr. Ilyasu Bumini is the General Secretary of the University Teachers Association of Ghana. Now, as the clock ticks for a new legislative instrument which allows MPs, ministers and judges to drive without speed limit to mature into law, there's a spirited defense for why this is necessary. A section of the public have criticized the move as self-serving. But MPP MP for Asante Achim North, Andy Apiakubi, says MPs, ministers and judges who this law will apply to perform a special role and must not be hindered by vehicular traffic.
You subject such people into the conditions of traffic on the road. Such people cannot meet the deadlines, and therefore it is imperative for us to give some access to them to be able to meet the deadlines. And let us not forget, if deadlines are not met, it goes to undermine the performance of such public officers or ministries or institutions. Some members of parliament and some even state ministers and even some judges have been arrested on the road because they are trying to meet their work schedule.
You heard the Andy Apiakubi, he's MPP MP for Asante Achim North. A criminologist at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Jones Opoku, is alarmed how some Ghanaians resort to lynching suspected criminals without allowing the law to take its course. His comments follows the lynching of Sotum-based artist Wilberforce Appiah at Tanoso in the Ashanti region. The budding musician is reported to have died after a mob accused him of theft and attacked him when he stepped out of the home of his alleged girlfriend. There's more in this report.
Wilberforce Appiah, known in showbiz as Will B, had travelled from his base in Accra to Kumasi for a couple of radio promotions. Some accounts suggest he had visited his girlfriend Nanaya, who is said to be married, when at dawn, while out of the house, was accused of being a thief.
I was asleep when I suddenly heard a sound and woke up. I didn't see anyone initially. Later, I heard my daughter-in-law screaming for help.
But family of the deceased, Obrempon Kwesiama, refutes claims of the relative being a thief. How can a thief move from Accra to Tanoso with his clothes and barge into your room to rape you? Criminologist Dr. Jones Opoku is worried about the unrelenting push of Ghanaians over lynching suspected criminals.
We still have to keep talking to people in this country. You cannot just pounce on people and begin to attack them because you suspect they may have been committing a crime.
Criminologist at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Jones Opoku, ending that report there. And more of this story and the others are on myjournalonline.com, where you can visit with just a click. That's it for the news at 6. I am Hannah Odami. Do enjoy the rest of the morning.
Hey, we see you specking your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more, and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand a chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Please, do you still refill cylinders here?
Oh yes, and there are a lot of benefits when you refill gas cylinders here. Not only do we get to run safety checks on your cylinder before refill, but you get to buy any amount of gas per your pocket. And you even get to see for yourself how much is really being put into the cylinder, so you're not cheated.
Master, this one there, Philly Gadochi. I know say you no invite me, but I go talk some. If you know be these LPG stations, like how we taxi drivers go fill our tanks.
But do these LPG stations have permit to still operate?
Of course. LPG stations are safer now than ever. We've always been licensed and fully regulated by National Petroleum Authority with total support from Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Standards Authority, Factory Inspectorate, as well as the EPA. So don't worry, crowd.
Oh, I hear say these LPG stations be for indigenous Ghanaians. It be true?
Of course. LPG refilling is the only industry in Ghana that is now 100% owned by Ghanaians. By refilling your cylinders at the gas station, you are promoting indigenous businesses.
The money, you go stay here, no.
Oh yes. Protect local businesses by refilling your gas cylinders at LPG stations nationwide.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive. Shall wash away all tears.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Choboy! Yeah. We have a new leader in town. Obiarentie. Amafo. Madam was Sibebre. When him say my baby, maybe more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal packed with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, west, north, south,
you could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Paga.
Let's go.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited, Your story matters, and Total Energies, Total, we go the extra mile for you. It's not time for the Joy Business Report. Daryl Kwao, already seated. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm great. God is taking
How was the
care of
traffic
us.
when you were coming to work today?
Well, early morning, so there was no traffic.
There wasn't much
part
traffic.
of time.
Okay,
part of town. Yeah.
Okay. But the Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North has been talking about how there's the need to give members of Parliament, ministers of state, the opportunity to get to their meetings early. They need to serve the interests of the state. And some of the best ways they can serve their interest, as we all know, is to hold meetings in the interest of the state. And some of them had been late to meetings because there's too much traffic. And for him, he thinks the amendment of the LI 2180 that allows them to use sirens and all of that is the best way to go. Listen.
You subject such people into the conditions of traffic on the road. Such people cannot meet the deadlines. And therefore, it is imperative for us to give some access to them to be able to meet the deadlines. And let us not forget, if deadlines are not met, it goes to undermine the performance of such public officers or ministries or institutions. Some members of parliament and some even state ministers and even some judges have been arrested on the road because they are trying to meet their work schedule. In fact, during the consideration of the bill, I had proposed that we even add doctors on call. Because in a situation where somebody has been brought to a hospital, an emergency, and the doctor is held up in traffic, the amount of work done is zero because the patient is there, but the doctor is held up in traffic.
Yeah, so that's it. Daryl, today we're going to look at this from a broader perspective. We say leaders solve problems. They don't explain them.
Yeah.
In our part of the country, we insulated leaders from a lot of the challenges that people were going through because we believe that was the only way they were not going to dip their hands into our funds. That we have been proven wrong on. Now, how do you, a group of people tasked in ensuring that you solve the challenges of the state, ask for insulation from the very problems? How do you solve them?
I mean, they should experience it so that they understand what the challenge is on the ground. I mean, if you want to be insulated, then you're not really fixing the problem. And imagine over 200 MPs all using sirens. It's going to be chaotic in this city.
Look, Daryl, for those who are from areas like Pram, Dowenya, coming to work today, ask them the challenges they go through.
And the time they spend on the road.
And the time they spend in traffic. Don't we all know that if we were to dualize the road and all the interchanges that we pretended to be constructing on that stretch, if we had completed them, those people will not experience the kind of traffic they experience.
Exactly.
Do we not know? And yet haven't done them. What meetings are we going to hold? What meetings are we going to hold, and in the interest of who? Go to other jurisdictions. Ministers are being fined.
Yeah.
MPs are suspended for exceeding speed limits.
Yes.
Even the medical doctor who is expected to go and save life, that one he didn't add. He said, I proposed. We didn't add it.
I was going to ask about that.
No, this is the list. We didn't add it. What we have done is to add, how do you call it? Ministers, MPs, justices of the Supreme Court. It says, a motor vehicle used for official purposes by the head of state, vice president, the speaker of parliament, chief justice, ministers of state, justices of the Supreme Court, and members of parliament, police service vehicle, a motor vehicle used by the Ghana National Fire Service, a motor vehicle used by the National Ambulance Service, a motor vehicle used as an ambulance by a hospital or a clinic, a motor vehicle used by other recognized government security agencies, and a bullion vehicle registered by the licensing authority. That's the list.
Just set off early.
That's the list.
I don't get this.
Do you insulate from the problems that you are expected to fix for the people?
At all.
Why? When people complain of bad roads, we don't feel it because we drive in vehicles that have very good shocks. The people whom we are supposed to protect, they can't afford it. And still we don't care. Today, you can have people who are expected to fix roads, even in the assemblies, their departments of urban roads and feeder roads and all of that. They can just tell you that, I don't feel it. And that's the end of it. Anyway, that's a conversation we're having here on the Super Morning Show. And your thoughts really matter. Join us on X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-11-11997. Time now for the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Omni Basic Bank, at your service.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, IMF staff complete visit to Ghana following half-year economic data review, giving Bank of Ghana thumbs up over reserve build-up, but raising concerns about independent power producers' payments. Also, President Akufo-Addo is set to launch 8 billion cedi SME growth and opportunity program targeted at supporting small businesses in the country with some significant initial funding. Plus, Cocoa Board attributes profit posted last year to restructuring of cocoa bills worth almost 8 billion cedis. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. Now, IMF staff have completed their one-week visit to Ghana to carry out the half-year economic data review. George Afia has more on some of the issues that came up during this visit that concluded just last week.
The visit was at the request of the board of the IMF to get some updates on Ghana's economic data. This because the second review assessment was about data up to May this year. Therefore, the IMF warned the staff to get an update on the latest data up to July this year. Joy Business understands that the IMF was quite pleased with the progress that Ghana has made when it comes to the overall program. On Bank of Ghana's operations, the fund was kind of pleased with what the Bank of Ghana has done when it comes to the reserve accumulation. As also said, the central bank has mobilized more than what it was supposed to realize under the fund program for this year. On inflation, the fund was also okay on what has been done, as it has been able to slow the rate over the past 1 year, saying inflation is trending downwards in the right direction. However, there were concerns about the high food prices, whilst describing the monetary stance as appropriate. On the fiscal front, the IMF was somewhat pleased with the progress that Ghana has made when it comes to spending and revenue mobilized so far for this year. It was however worried about the payment to independent power producers and its impact on government's finances going forward, so as our international reserves. Some analysts projected that this review could go a long way to impact positively on Ghana's cedi's fortunes going forward. It could also convince the country's development partners that government is committed to stabilizing the economy, as well as sticking to conditions under the IMF program.
George, I feel with that report, so this was a staff visit, not a mission engagement, so the IMF was not required to issue an official statement about their meetings with government and other stakeholders. Now, Director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Quarter, has called for a comprehensive assessment of Ghana's debt stock to ensure prudent borrowing practices. Professor Quarter believes that such an appraisal would enhance Ghana's standing with both bilateral and multilateral creditors. He made these remarks at the quarterly Economic Dialogue series in Accra.
When the private man is going to borrow, there is an appraisal. They do all the cost-benefit analysis. Same way, if government is going to borrow, there has to be an appraiser. I have evaluated a lot of projects, donor projects, World Bank, JICA, and they produce appraisal reports that you can find on their website, pre-appraisal. And then you borrow to fund. And after implementation, you evaluate the project. Now, if you borrow from the commercial market, you provide all this, do you do this? The multilateral, bilateral donor will insist on this. What about the commercial market? Do we do all of this? So borrowing requires responsible borrowing. It looks like we are.
That was Professor Peter Quarte, Executive Director of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research. Now, government is finally set to launch the much talked about SME Growth and Opportunity Program today. The initiative, which will be launched by President Akufo-Addo, is aimed at supporting small businesses with the needed financial help to expand their operations. The fund could be offering up to 300,000 Ghana cedis as initial funding to support beneficiaries. Dr. Abdul Ganiu is technical advisor at the Finance Ministry.
So this approach is bringing all those funds together.
And once we do that, coordination becomes easier, it becomes more efficient, more effective. Even the management costs, is going to reduce, and you are able to track progress much more easily than if they were just left in silos. So that is what we have tried to do. And if you also look at the funds that we are going to scale up, that significantly would be enough, to drive the growth and development of SMEs in this country.
Dr. Abudu Abdulganiu is technical advisor at the Ministry of Finance. Now, some businesses and foreign investors with interest in the country have frozen fresh projects and monetary disbursement to the country. Here's more in this report.
Joy Business understands that this is due to what they describe as uncertainty surrounding the December elections. Some of them have decided to adopt the wait-and-see attitude before they go ahead with their projects. One major multinational in the oil industry, for instance, has told Joy Business that a major project that was supposed to have taken off this year had been frozen. Some market analysts have also told Joy Business that the election-related fever had also impacted badly on the cedi's fortunes. This is because a lot of persons are moving the cedi's assets into dollars, while some foreign investors that should have brought in these foreign exchange are also holding on to it. This has fed into the current pressure on the Ghana cedi. Some analysts have told Joy Business these developments should be seen as normal in every election year. On the larger economy, the IMF has also warned that depending on how government goes about its spending in this election season could end up hurting the economy and the IMF program.
Meanwhile, chairman of Tropical Cables and Conductors, Dr. Otinjesi, is accusing some political parties and the media for contributing to this uncertainty surrounding the December elections.
But it looks like for every election, for some reason, the temperature in the nation gets so high that it's not only foreign investors who are concerned. Even local businesses get concerned, and everybody is worrying, and is it going to be peaceful, and will there be whatever is going to happen? Is it what is it about elections that despite all our experience, we cannot approach it in a somber and calm and peaceful manner?
That was chairman of Tropical Cables and Conductors, Dr. Tony Otinjesi. Now, Cocoa Board has attributed a profit posted for last year to the restructuring of cocoa bills worth almost 8 billion cedis. The cocoa regulator returned to profit after ending 6 year losing streak. Now, meanwhile, Chief Executive Joseph Boahen-Edu says the impact of the restructuring exercise has been positive as it posted some 2.3 billion cedi profit for last year. He spoke to Joy Business after a visit to some cocoa farms in the central and western regions.
It's been very positive. Because before the restructuring, we were paying interest around 30%. That was very huge. But with the restructuring, the interest, the coupon rate has been reduced to 12.5%. That alone is huge. Imagine paying interest on, let's say, 7 billion at 30%. It is just, head crashing. But now that it's 12.5%, that one is manageable, So when you strike the difference, 12% against 30%, look at the revenue flow there alone. Yes, it becomes a big relief for Cocoa Board to be able to operate. So it's been very fantastic.
Joseph Boahen-Edu, Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, speaking there to Joy Business. Let's turn to Investor Eye today. Make sure you keep all documents related to any investment you make to help police investigate anytime you become a victim of an investment fraud. Listen to Head of Technical ICT and Digital Forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwata.
If an individual realizes they have been duped or deceived, there are several immediate remedial measures they can take. Here are some of the steps to be considered. 1. Stay calm and control your emotions. It is important to remain calm and composed when you discovering that you have been duped. Losing your control can sometimes further mistakes or impulsive decisions. 2. Gather evidence. Try to gather all available evidence of the deception. This includes any documents, email, message, or other form of communication that can support your claim. Take snapshots, that's screenshots, photos, or make copies of relevant record to preserve the evidence.
And that's Investor I. Make a date on Thursday for another episode. Let's check the markets as we round up this morning. On the currency market, the dollar going for 15 cedis, 52 pesos. The British pound, 20 cedis, 14 pesos. The euro going for 16 cedis, 90 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil dropped marginally from yesterday's trading to $84 a barrel. Gold went up by almost $10 to open trading at $2,432 an ounce. Cocoa selling this morning at $8,595 a ton after increasing by $274. More news on our website, myjournline.com/business. The Super Morning Show continues with Winston and the team.
Thank you very much, Daryl. So let's see what still 5-2.
Yeah.
But that's a lot.
That's a lot still.
That's a lot,
Yeah.
To do. I've seen people doing national service calculations. Try, Daryl. Let's compare your salary in 2020 and your salary now. Use the dollars.
I'm doing it in my head.
You're doing it in your head. Don't say it. Thank you very much, Daryl Kwao, for joining us with the Joy Business Report here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Time now for our inspirational song this morning.
The new release, I see
Raymond, is it Air Force One?
Good morning, Raymond Akwa.
Good
morning. This is from Kantamanto. I don't know what you are talking about.
Well, everybody knows what comes from Kantamanto.
Talking about Kantamanto. Yes. Hold on, George. Have you bought something from Kantamanto and tried to return it before? No. I mean, that is why I buy everything. Wait.
It doesn't look like somebody who.
Goods sold can be returned.
Oh, okay.
But there are exceptions to the rule. At a discount.
So nice.
Oh no, I remember years ago. I think it was around 2002. I went to Kantamanto with my late brother. At the time, he had bought one of these shoes at 300,000 in those days.
Old Ghana.
Was it under the light or? Oh no, but he realized that the thing was too big for him, so he went back. And the guy says, "Oh, Mommy, was 60,000." And this one, just 3 days later. But what deterioration might have gone through within 3 days? Yeah. What shows that anybody will buy if the size is now 45? The guy says, "I don't do girlfriend job money. I can't want that." When I make kind of friend job, when 110,000, you better. So you had to sell it to a different person at 250,000. As in those Kantamanto.
But nice Air Force. Is it Air Force One shoes? I mean, and these shoes that you are not really people of the
masses. The masses can't dress.
But these boots can pay my salary for 3 months.
Let's go to the Drive Safe campaign. Let's get to our Drive Safe campaign. Yes. Brought to us by
I support the Drive Safe campaign.
Yes, and the multimedia group.
For all Ghanaians.
Yes.
Not for only members of parliament and their friends judges.
Not at all.
And incompetent ministers.
Not at all.
In fact, if they should allow people to select which MP should, I mean, you've been a member of parliament. All that you've done for almost 4 years is to pretend you are sitting in committee meetings. Then we should give you, even the committee meeting, when we review the thing, your name, we can't see it anywhere.
We will come back to that because, I mean, people are
getting... They have not protected what they call it, Kitty. Your colleagues, they are doing good work. Every day they are stopping this project or the other project. They are working for our interest. You, every time, it is only when they are sharing those things that they share to them that you participate.
We'll come back, Raymond. We'll come back to this.
And yet, you think that we should let you be the only person driving from... Otherwise, are we not all staying in Kaswa? Why? What makes you think that you are special? So we should give you... In any case, if you are serving the people truly...
Hold your fire, Mr. Akwa. Hold your fire.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that.
No, you hold on.
It's still Drive Safe campaign. That
but you hold on. We'll get back to all of that.
The new shoes are working.
We'll get back. And so this one says, expect other drivers to make mistakes. That's our tip for today.
Including MPs.
And part of being a defensive driver is not trusting that other drivers aren't distracted or know how to drive defensively. When coming to an intersection, always watch other drivers to make sure they actually come to a complete stop. When they are supposed to before you proceed. Keep an eye on the vehicles around you in case they suddenly change lanes even without signaling. Also expect that some drivers on the road may not be from the area and are unfamiliar with local traffic patterns.
We can now learn how to say it right, and it's brought to you by Kingdom Books at Kingdom Quality and Affordability. Their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
And today's word is a very simple one. We're learning how to say it right. Hasten. You want to give it a try?
Oh, that one, it's known to everybody. Hasten.
Oh, it's going to say
hasten.
Yes.
The T is silent. I hear people saying hasten. I've heard someone shouting at the back.
Is that what that means?
Well, because the T is silent.
He's protesting.
Listen. Hasten.
Yes.
I see Samuel Damian is big lifestyle. So if you want to say it right, it's hasten, okay? Not hasten. Yes, I know you see a T sound in there, but that is actually silent. Okay, let's get into the newspaper review now, brought to us by Access Bank, More Than Banking, and Def Traco Woodland acquire a litigation-free land today.
There is a story on the front page of the paper, the Daily Graphic. That's very, very interesting. And
Mr. Scott Service data they issued yesterday.
I will come to that.
All right.
Accra Kumasi Road
Galamsey impedes 3 bypass constructions. Can you imagine? Page 3. Illegal mining activities are said to have affected the progress of work on the 3 of the 4 bypasses on the Accra-Kumasi highway. The bypasses at Osino, Enyinem, Inyeresi, and Konongo form a major part of the Central Corridor road project, but the contractors have cited illegal mining activities around Osino, Enyinem, and Inyeresi projects as impacting their overall delivery. The contractor said the mining activities had made the soil soggy, require more filling to make the road compact, and that they stressed had caused a delay in the project timelines. They stated that they said this during the interaction with the minister during a tour of the project sites this a couple of days ago, and they broke it down to what's becoming the problem. So first, it was in some hidden bushes they were hiding. The Rastos told us that now they are doing it by the roadside. They actually they don't care. So they don't care being seen or being spotted. The police, they pass. MPs with their siren vehicles drive and pass. The ministers too, they drive and pass. Then later on, projects that we are paid for with timelines, we cannot deliver on them because the Galamsey nearby is destroying or making it impossible for the people to get or the filling, which means that they may have to spend more, buy more filling to be able to do the construction and extend the timelines, which will cause the Ghanaian to. Yes. So first, it was somebody else's problem. Then it was not my hometown, so it's not a big deal for me. Then now it's beyond your hometown. It's affecting your pocket directly in so many forms. Yet, this contractor is telling a minister. I'm sure the minister said, oh, okay, we have heard you. We will see how we can make this easier for you. The answer was not, we will fix the Galamsey problem immediately. I didn't see or hear that we have deployed the team immediately to go and clear all of these people, because now not only are they destroying cocoa and other things, they have taken it to roads and it's costing us more to do that. And yet, when we finish the roads, or when we are not even done with the roads, we would have to give special sirens to people to bypass it. You put it aside. It is the height of irresponsibility. It's almost as if we all know it's an election year, so Galamsey is a no-go area.
It's true.
You listen to the NPP and NDC properly. Listen to Abu Jinapo. He's very busy with lithium and other things. Very, very busy. When was last time you heard him do those forums that he was talking about all the time? Because they know and they fear that the people who are conducting themselves in illegal forms, assuming tomorrow, well, armed robbers also joined the union and decided on their own that they needed some protection, or else they will not vote against political parties. They will vote against political parties that were fighting crime. You think about it for a second.
And it always gets worse in an election year.
Yeah.
And Raymond, there's always a reason why, maybe in the developed countries, when you get to the red light, you dare not cross because of what happened to you. When we get to that state where everybody thinks that, oh, I can cross the red light and get away with it, this is what happens. You know, what has happened to those who are already doing this? And they realize that, well, others are doing it, they are getting away. And that's in psychology and all the rest. When one person is doing something, or a group of people are doing certain things, and they are getting away with it, others also think that, well, I can do the same because nothing has been done to those people who are doing those things.
And now we are basically propping them up to do it.
And it becomes worse in an election year because then you want their votes. And several instances have shown that in election year, these things get out of hand.
And political parties are happily telling people that, oh, when we tried it previously, there are some have seen when we even do come to power, this and that, we will this and all those things. I heard the amnesty one. Oh yes, you will give you amnesty for committing crime, and that's fine. It's okay. Because they are not really our target. There are big people behind you, so it's okay. Yeah, people are funding other activities too. It's almost like saying that, well, I mean, give the amnesty to prostitution too, because they are pimps. There are bigger people behind them.
Oh, but they're not arrested. The prostitutes, they're all over the road now. No, Pele Road, Ghana Link, East Legon,
at some point.
They're all over. You see the police barriers are there. They are standing next to it.
At some
Easily
point,
gone. Yeah.
At some point, we should be a responsible state.
Okay.
We near banana republic status when we pretend that we do not have laws and we cannot implement these laws.
Yeah.
When we make it look like laws are dependent on election seasons. That is the difference between a state that has rule of law and a state without one. Anyway, but there's another big story that you should know about, Winston. 1.9 million youth idle. No work, no training, no education. Now, almost 2 million youth in the country are not in education, employment, or training. This is according to the Ghana Statistical Service. And Professor Samuel Kobina Enim's picture is on the front page, big time. Of course, this is in the annual household income and expenditure survey, which is indicating that in the third quarter of last year, 1.9 million youth aged 15 to 35. Expanded one. 15 to 35. Yeah. They are not in, because mostly when you have work, you are employed. When you are in education, we do not consider you in the employment conversation because you are not available for work. You understand what I'm trying to say? But this one, they wake up in them, I don't know what else they do. They are not in education, they are not in employment, they are not even training for anything. So you be asking yourself that question. What do they do? That big team, when they wake up and everybody is driving to work, what do they do?
Potential candidates for
galamsey and other illegal things.
A lot of things, you know.
Yeah, they say the devil finds work for the idle hand. This is an idle one. 1.9 million.
Yeah.
And that's a national crisis. Yeah. These ones are the ones that require the forum, the big time conversations. These ones, if MPs will need speedy work to go and make sure that they solve the problem, I agree perfectly.
Just turned 18.
Yes, it's just 10.
A lot of them are also.
Oh, seriously.
While
18 to 35. So how do you survive? Because at 35, you can't live in your mother's household.
No.
They'll say you are irresponsible.
Yeah, someone still living in their mother's house.
While the story talks about the fact that this is reduced from about 2.3 million or so in 2022, it's still a huge number.
Yeah.
Okay, and look, this is what planning should be about. We should be having discussions on how. So even if these people do not have work, how do we ensure they find education or skill training so that they can actually get into work subsequently?
Yeah.
These are the things that matter, and not whether you are late for a meeting that you could have set off early. Anyway.
Well, graphic business has a lead story. No spending spree, no new taxes. That is when the mid-year budget is presented. It's next week, Tuesday, 23rd of July, 2024. And it says ahead of the mid-year budget review later this month, the government says it will not make any additional financial demands on the national budget and sticking to commitment to the fiscal discipline. That's according to the Deputy Minister of Finance. That is has indicated to graphic business. Also, reassess and stability agreement on natural resources, according to Professor Abo. Also, that's another story. Launch of the Share Business Sense Challenge tomorrow. And also, the Economy Times, customers' complaints to BOG drop sharply. Ghana's credit ratings to be upgraded after Eurobond exchange, according to Moody's. And BOG auctions 120 million forex in Q3 for the importers of a petroleum product. And also the Proceeding Guide has Tabiasi refutes FDA's ban on celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages. I find this story very interesting.
What?
Tabiasi refutes FDA's ban on celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages.
And the word was used right? Refute.
I hope it was used right.
I'm interested in that story. He's refuting it how?
Whether he has issues with the story.
That's low.
So I also found that story very interesting. You know, it says that the chief executive of a Tabio group of companies, Christine Kwesi-Agyeman, has expressed worry over the ban of celebrity endorsement of alcoholic beverages in the country and scored the need for the Supreme Court to revise this ruling on this case. With over 10 years of experience in alcoholic beverage industry and a member of the Ghana National Association of Traditional Healers, Tabia believes that the current ban is misguided and that there's a better solution to protect children from exposing to alcoholic advertisement in the current situation.
Okay, so sometimes he wrote an entire paper on it from experience and competencies that we need to review properly. So sometimes you have to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Because I am not sure he understood or this position understands the question before the court and the answer that was given. So maybe we are also reading a tiny bit of the very well reasoned document he put together. Perhaps I have not seen that yet, but this is maybe a teaser of the bigger. Yes. And please, he should just be bold enough to share his solutions to the rest of us. We may all call on the court, more important, FDA, to remove what is obnoxious and nonsensical if he justifies it properly. But so far, well, I mean, I'm yet to hear that. Now, the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Police invite A+ to assist in Ahmed Swale's murder probe. The other story there, Bamia promises are real, and this according to a chief. And NDC blocks bauxite lithium deals, and 2 mining lease agreements meant to be laid in Parliament for consideration by the House have been met with eye-rolling disengagement and aversion tactics by the NDC. Those words are purely Ernest Kofi Addo from Parliament House, his own. Now, the minority is opposing the agreement between government and represented by the Lands Ministry and the Ashanti Bauxite Company Limited for bauxite mining in the Inahim Block 2 area in the Achuman-Ponua district of the Ashanti region, as well as the Barari DV Ghana Limited for lithium exploitation at the Ewoya in the central region. The other story, Brian Echampon unveils $3.2 million infrastructure project for farmers. Yes, the Agric Minister unveils $3.2 million infrastructure project for farmers. And Virtual InfoSec is now Tier 1 cybersecurity provider. That's also on the front page of the paper Daily Guide.
Okay, I think we can go for the online news review now, brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy Gold, Yanara Edia. And my joyonline.com this morning says, time for engagement is over. Organized labor declares as it braces to take on issues beyond SNIT hotels sale. Okay. And still on labor unions can paralyze the whole country, Professor Bafua Jimendia warns government. And so, we've been talking about labor. I've seen an article someone wrote, I think it was on another website, Northern Reports, how the sleeping giant is now awake, and that's labor. Once they declared the strike, that same day, and once they said, we are not sure this letter is real, the following day, on a Saturday that ordinarily you wouldn't have the state institutions working, they were signing letters indicating that this is real.
They are capable of working.
They are capable of working. And it means that labor must do a lot of things right. And the members of these unions must also begin to hold their leaders accountable. Enough of we are engaging where you must engage. But when it is appropriate for you to strike, to get the right things done, you must do so.
And UTAC is calling for the board to resign and all the rest. But there are some organized labor members on the board, right? So it could be good for them to take that step first to resign.
Yeah, they must,
so that it will compel
labor
labor should take that step.
Labor must take the step back, recalling their members.
And then it could also
that
would be the best thing to do.
That would be the best thing to do.
I feel that there have been a lot of interesting things that have happened on this and what organized labor itself had done earlier on, and now on the push-train now.
CityNewsroom.com this morning. Let's see what's there. Election 2024. Don't be hoodwinked by Mahama's promises. That's according to Miracles. Okay. And Domelevo praises organized labor for blocking sale of SNIT hotels. CNN this morning says soldier in France's anti-terrorism force stabbed in Paris ahead of Olympics. Opening ceremony next week. You would also read stories about Donald Trump. He's made his choice of a running mate, following his survival of an assassination attempt.
The guy's under 40.
Yes, 39
years.
Yes. Anyway, let's get to the BBC News.
And now, it's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana. Here for a lifetime.
Beautiful people, we are live in town, soaking in the excitement about the partnership between Access Bank and PABS, revolutionizing the way people move money across Africa. Let's hear directly from those reaping the benefits.
It's a relief. Anytime I send money back home, my family receives exactly what I send them, instantly.
I'm studying in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. With this service, my parents send my school and hostel fees directly, and they do it with so much ease.
I run a fashion business. Let me tell you, sending and receiving money across Africa without those annoying forex fees has really cut down our operational costs.
Benefit from instant payments across Africa with zero foreign exchange hassle. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll free on 0800 00 4400 for all your cross-border payments.
Pass it with Access Bank.
Access Bank, more than banking.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Someone smells great here. And fresh, my love. I wish I could stay in the shower all day. I know, right? Nothing beats a bath with geisha soap. It smells so good, it lasts long, and it's enriched with natural ingredients that work wonders for my skin. And it now comes with a fresh new look, giving us even more reasons to love our geisha bar.
New and improved geisha soap. Great new look, better fragrance, same natural ingredients, still all last time. This advert is FDA approved.
Be strong and last long. Like geisha.
Good energy hits the road with exciting choices to energize your ride, giving you more options to take you further. Watch this space for your choice.
Goil, yeah.
Attention, facility management professionals. Get ready for the event of the year, the IFMA Global Africa Conference in Ghana, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium, hosted by the International Facility Management Association's Ghana chapter. This is your chance to meet the world's top FM experts, thought leaders, and innovators. Immerse yourself in groundbreaking keynotes, interactive panels, hands-on workshops, and unmatched networking sessions. Explore the future of facility management in Africa's booming built environments. Don't miss out on the epic gathering of minds and ideas. The IFMA Global Africa Conference, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium. Be there. Proudly sponsored by Fides Group. To register or to sponsor, please call 0558 368 544.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Joe Frazier after church.
Why are you adding big to the name?
Oh, now it's Big Joe Frazier.
Really?
It's always been Big Joe Frazier. Just that we know.
Those days, Craster.
After some time, he started calling himself Big Joe Frazier.
Why?
I don't know.
He's become bigger now.
After church.
Yeah, I reject people calling me Big Ray. When they say that, it sounds like I see now have pot belly.
But after church sounds better.
Please, I've not listened to the entire soundtrack. What I'm hearing is a massive improvement in the craft of the respected Joe Frazier.
Oh.
I mean, at least, she every corner, but at least we are hearing after church. And the rhyme is not uncoordinated. This one, there appears to be some choreographed synchronicity. Yes, and in all fairness, I think that there's some sense in it.
Okay.
Our problem is that previously, the rhyming, it was as if he was choosing the words without caring whether it made sense at all. But this one, it's a bit coordinated.
Okay.
He's telling stories of what people do after
church. Yes.
It's a call to reflect on people's spirituality, than Christianity, especially. That people are doing things that we do not expect them to do. And there's this new phrase, and it's preposterous, but it's abused more than any other thing. When they say the church is how do you call it? A hospital.
It's a clinic for sinners.
Yes, for sinners. So the people, when they leave the clinic now, straight to go and continue the business. Joe Frazier takes his time to take us through the things that people do, with the hope that people would, make
Maybe
some
change.
changes.
Yes.
So you should reflect and let it reflect in you. That Christ-like expectation on you, we are not seeing it. And it should cut across. If indeed the 70 or so percentage of our population that purports to be Christian, some are practicing, some are just professing. But if they acted according to what the Bible says, this country would have been a far better place.
Thank you very much, Raymond Aqua, for your review.
Yes, of perhaps a very interesting song. You have to play it again. I'll tell you.
After church, now who's a 2 call church where you say
on the Super Morning Show. This is our focus.
You subject such people into the conditions of traffic on the road. Such people cannot meet the deadlines. And therefore, it is imperative for us to give some access to them to be able to meet the deadlines. And let us not forget, if deadlines are not met, it goes to undermine the performance of such public officers or ministries or institutions. Some members of parliament and some even state ministers and even some judges have been arrested on the road because they are trying to meet their work schedule. In fact, during the consideration of the bill, I had proposed that we even add doctors on call. Because in a situation where somebody has been brought to a hospital, an emergency, and the doctor is held up in traffic, the amount of work done is zero. Because the patient is there, but the doctor is held up in traffic.
Right. So that is it. Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, Andy Apiakubi. Yes.
See, the member of parliament is a good lawyer. He's a great guy. Mostly, I like him because he speaks his mind. And, well, I am not even going to fault him. He has every right to justify according to the thinking he has on the matter. But permit me to break it down small. The Bishop of Canterbury was ticketed.
Yes.
For exceeding speeding rules.
And when you say the Bishop of Canterbury, you're talking about the head of the Anglican Church.
Yes. In the United Kingdom. You think about it this way. He was given a ticket. The war did not come to an end. The UK did not change their rules. The UK did not say that, no, Bishop now needs extraordinary movement skills. Bishop was doing God's work. Bishop is perhaps the man who should be protected. He's so close to God. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So we should make rules separately for them or improve our rules to capture the conduct of bishop in varied forms. And everybody would agree that the bishop carries out duties that of stately nature that are important to the state. Imagine he was going to do coronation or anything similar to that. But the people did not care. Even the prime minister, they just removed, Rishi Sunak. They said he was not wearing seatbelt when he was doing one of those live engagements with the masses. He was also given a ticket. I think he was reprimanded also for it. Those are signs of states with laws that work. It is not enough to say that MPs have been, and we saw some of them. There is a member of parliament who was jumping around saying that, he lost his seat eventually anyway. And that was the first time I was even seeing him in parliament. That's aside the point. But he was very angry that he's going to do parliamentary work and he's not allowed to go the opposite direction. He's not allowed to leave the traffic queue and go the opposite direction and head off and speed off and go away. And why was he arrested for it? And why are they impeding the work of a member of parliament? I'm not sure he listened to himself subsequently. Because to many people, that sounded like he was being ridiculous. That you're thinking that his convenience, and I mean, see, there's a debate as to whether or not they are serving the people. That's a different debate altogether. But as to whether or not you are serving the people, they cannot create new laws for you. That should be understood by everybody. We should have that understanding. That tomorrow, Wisnama says, I'm serving the people. Without coming here, you will not get the information you need every morning. Oh, the Hannah says, I'm reading at 6 a.m. Without me, you will not hear the news. So please, make special allocations for me. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Then, I mean, traditional leaders say, no, make a special arrangement for me. Because if I'm coming from Cape Coast to Accra, I'm coming to Accra to do something that's of importance to the state. I am a member of the National Council, the Council of State. So please, make special arrangements for me. The more we extend these conversations, it becomes ridiculous. It makes it look like we are in it for ourselves, not for the people that we represent. If you're a member of parliament, if you're a judge in the Supreme Court, and we cannot even reduce it to just members of parliament, if you are in any relevant position of state, please, like a director at the Ministry of Information, I'm expecting you to hurry up, wake up like all of us, struggle to find water to bath, then rejoin the queue nicely and get to work. I mean, some of us are even willing to entertain, yes, in emergency situations, that we have a special system of airlifting our doctors and putting them in hospitals. I would any day go for it. They are so relevant to saving lives. Imagine the theory of even having police quarters near police stations was that they can easily rally them. Military barracks, easily rallying. Hope you get what I'm trying to say. So those theories, I understand them perfectly. But the quick rally, MPs, they don't want there. If they go in at 10 a.m., sometimes they don't even show up. Yesterday, they were doing quorum in, quorum out. These are members of parliament who you expect to be at work on time and early enough to do their work. They didn't even show up at work. You get that? Today, we do not know whether Adwoa Safo is still supposed to be in parliament. Kennedy Japan and the two others whose matters were brought before that committee, which was supposed to see whether or not they had exceeded their time, they should stay in parliament. They were staying elsewhere. Adwoa Safo has spent quality time outside, giving all sorts of excuses. This is the crop of people who feel that they deserve special treatment. I think that they do not understand that a certain political class has been seen as not representing the people. They do not get it. But on the face, we cannot dismiss it. And I can read to you a study about the cost. In fact, it was Prince Owusu-Ansah and others. It's published in the International Journal of Traffic and Transportation Engineering. The study basically dealt with the question: effect of traffic congestion on productivity in Ghana. And it shows proof that indeed traffic congestion affects negatively productivity in the country. We all agree. We are not fighting over that. The problem of the people is that if there's a problem that affects all of us, please do not isolate yourself and make you feel like you are demigods, you are tin gods, and that you should be treated specially merely because you are a member of parliament who is refusing to show up to work in parliament, who is following candidate or running mates around the country and refusing to even do your work. And collectively, this political class, the one that has delivered domestic debt exchange, the one that's taken us to the IMF again, and we are suffering for it, the one that's put us in this current economic state, cannot be asking for more privileges. They've run out of not only trust, they've run out of people's belief in them, and the more they ask for some of these things, they fight people's understanding about how statecraft should be, and the relevance for its existence.
Great, so that's a conversation we're having here on the Super Morning Show. You know we're doing this with you. And so let's get interactive this morning. Join us on X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-111-11997. We definitely would share your thoughts with the rest of the world, but our UPSA Law School Point of Law series for today says the total remand period for a juvenile shall not exceed 3 months, except for offences punishable by death, where the remand period shall not exceed 6 months. That's section 23(4) of the Juvenile Justice Act 2003, Act 653. So it says the total remand period for a juvenile shall not exceed 3 months, except for offences punishable by death, where the remand period shall not exceed 6 months. That's section 23(4) of the Juvenile Justice Act 2003, Act 653. Okay. And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. They've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It is hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions however apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, which bank in Ghana is always at your service? Omni Basic, you know that, right? Which bank is ready to assist you with their 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center?
Omni Basic.
Yes, okay. Let's move on to the next one. This question is important. Which bank in Ghana is Ghana's fastest growing corporate bank and bank of the year 2023?
Omni Basic.
You got it right there. At Omni Basic, we are always at your service. So call us now on 0307 086000 or 0302 758 555, or of course the toll-free one 0800 100 790, or visit any of our branches nationwide to open an Omni Basic bank account today and enjoy exceptional customer service. Omni Basic at your service.
Now escape the hassle and bustle and find your sanctuary at Def Draco Woodlands, Raymond. And that's a master plan gated city in Dawenya.
Yes.
Just a minute's drive from Central University, with a 592-acre landscape. Woodlands offers service plots and homes in a self-sustaining community with well-planned roads, utilities, top-of-the-line security systems, and fire and police stations. As part of our commitment to providing great value for our investors, each land purchase comes with a free architectural plan and bill of quantities. Enjoy amenities like clubhouses, fitness centers, and swimming pools, where your little ones explore parks and play areas, promising more than just a home. It offers a fulfilling lifestyle away from the bustle while maintaining an urban feel. Acquire a litigation-free land today. Contact our dedicated sales team today to reserve your unit. You can reach us on 0208-732302. Visit woodlands.deftracogroup.com for more information.
Sounds like something that I deserve for representing the people.
Okay.
for being a man of the masses.
No problem.
I deserve that peace of mind to be able to represent people well.
The people who shall help you acquire it.
Yes. And V8 with a siren fitted nicely.
I will not give it to you.
Oh, why? I thought I was representing you.
No.
Okay, now, where are you headed? Are you going shopping at the mall or buying fuel for your car? Which now you're enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant or getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Why did you look at Rhoda when I said favorite meal?
you understand?
Yeah.
She knows what to do.
Okay, wherever you go, whatever you are doing, do it with SG Visa card. The SG Visa card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa card. Go about your business anywhere in Ghana with the comfort and security of your money available to you always. Make your life easy and use your SG Ghana Visa card today. To find out more, call 0302 214 314 0302 214 314. SG Ghana. The future is you.
And Toyota Ghana has expanded its vehicle with 3 new models. Introducing the all-new Toyota Vitz, a stylish, highly fuel-efficient A-segment passenger car with a compact design suitable for urban travel. For safety, it has a wireless door lock, an ultra-modern anti-theft system, and an ISOFIX child-resistant system. The Toyota Urban Cruiser, the C-segment crossover SUV, features a robust design, advanced technology like a 3-spoke urethane steering wheel, a 4.2-inch TFT, a touchscreen audio display with a USB, Apple CarPlay or Android audio connectivity. Also, Raymond, the new and luxurious Toyota Land Cruiser 250 Prado. This one boasts cutting-edge.
That's all I can put a siren on there.
Yes, but will not allow you.
Oh. No, you have to relax. I mean, see, sometimes you have to be for the people.
We're actually saying members of parliament, ministers of state, justices of the state, they don't deserve it.
I think they should extend it to me that we all deserve it.
No, we don't deserve it.
No.
So let's continue. There are features like jam-protected power windows and audio, telephone and voice recognition, steering switch, UV cut, sun and moon roof, an ultra-modern immobilizer, unmatched off-road capabilities, and a strong presence inviting you to embrace adventure and luxury like never before. These new additions to the Toyota range aim to provide the best value for your peace of mind, motoring, and uphold Toyota Ghana's commitment to offering the best vehicle purchase and ownership experience. Whether navigating the city, embarking on an adventure, or setting luxury, Toyota Ghana has a vehicle to meet your needs. Visit Toyota Ghana's branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Takwa, and Tamale, or call 0302 910 204 for the unique Toyota experience. Toyota superior quality.
Now, did you know the app that's the only app that allows you to transfer money at only a tiny fee using a Visa card? I'm talking about yeah. Man, you are in touch.
Oh yes, I'm in touch.
You are in touch with fintech. Yeah, unlike what your history suggests. I mean, clearly. At Express Pay, we keep falling for you. Yes, our prices are falling again. Send Ghana Cedi 100 and pay just 1 cedi for it. When you send 200, you pay 2 cedi for it. For the ballers, when you send 5,000, you pay 10 cedi. Basically, any amount over 1,000, you just pay 10 Ghana Cedi per. There's more. In the month of July, Express Pay is filling the car tank of many lucky customers. And filling, not giving you half or giving you some coupon. Filling, fill the tank. That's what we are doing for you. 1 new customer and 1 old customer every single day, Monday to Friday, till the end of this month, July. Simply spend 500 cedi or more by paying for services or sending money with your Visa card to qualify. So download the Express Pay app for simplified payments, 24/7 customer service, tiny fees, and a full car tank. Express Pay, in partnership with Visa, has made these tiny fees possible across 9 banks: Stanbic, EcoBank, Stanchart, Absa, FNB, Fidelity, Carl, First Atlantic, and GT Bank. Visa card holders. Terms and conditions apply.
And in these times of high electricity tariffs, Raymond, Build Free Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners is the air conditioner that you need to save you the cost of electricity. Look, Build Free Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners cools off your buildings with very low energy consumption, and the amazing part is that the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% more savings on electricity bills for using your traditional air conditioners. So when you compare that, Build Freeze solar hybrid air conditioners come with 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Please call us on 0531 100 915, 0531 100 915. Build Freeze, cooling for the people at lower electricity bills.
Now, you're a freelancer looking to grow. Are you interested in exploring the gig economy as a source of income? Do you want to learn valuable skills and strategies for success in the gig economy? Then join Absa Bank Ghana's free ready-to-work webinar titled Building Your Hustle, Unlocking Opportunities in the Gig Economy Landscape. We'll be live on Absa Bank Ghana's Facebook and YouTube platforms on Thursday, July 18 at 11 a.m. sharp. Don't miss this opportunity to gain valuable insights and unlock your entrepreneurial potential. Your story indeed matters at Absa.
And you have a game-changing, innovative business idea or project that can impact society, then this is your moment. Total Energies presents the 4th edition of the Startup of the Year Challenge. This year we're looking for 3 winners. The best entrepreneur, also known as the InnovUp winner. And the best project or innovative business idea exemplifying recycling and minimizing waste. That's the Cycle Up winner. And the best project promoting or relating to sustainable and affordable energies, the Power Up winner. And that's not all. 4 additional projects in the Power Up category will be selected by an international jury. Don't wait any longer. Apply now at startup.totalenergies.com for your chance to win financial support, professional mentorship, and a spotlight for your project. Terms and conditions apply. Total Energies.
Now, the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PAPS, is now live at Fidelity Bank. Imagine sending money to your loved ones or business partners across Africa instantly and also in Ghana City. Don't wait for days for transactions to clear. No more expensive fees, just fast, secure, and affordable payments. PAPS is here, and Fidelity Bank makes sending money through PAPS very, very easy. Visit any Fidelity Bank branch today and start sending money across Africa instantly, securely, and affordably. And this is all the countries now: Nigeria, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Great, so stay with us. Raymond, you done?
I still have some very good news coming to you. Let's help you check your dream locations off your bucket list, right? Those of you that every year you postpone, you form group, WhatsApp group.
No, hold on. Are you suggesting that for the likes of Sami Odame, who's been thinking about a holiday for some time now,
yes,
we should actually facilitate his holiday?
Yes, he will form WhatsApp group. Then you had his wife, the entire family members. We are all going together. He's unable to fund it. Every time they are postponing that.
Sami Odame, pay attention.
Yes. Let's help you check your dream locations off your bucket list. Make travel dreams a reality with Access Bank. Our aviation and hospitality decks is designed with you in mind. Let's help you book and pay for your ticket and secure travel insurance, whether it's a tropical escape on a visit or a visit to family. Access Bank has you covered. Avoid the hassle. Book your next flight with Emirates, South African Airways, Air Peace, or Africa World Airlines through Access Bank. Our 55 branch network gives you convenience, easy payments, and security. Visit our website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free number 0800 00 4400 for more information and assistance. Access Bank, more than banking.
Right, so stay with us. Your birthday messages and sports after these messages.
Hey, managing a business is not easy. I mean, all the beyond boss or CEO, entrepreneur, it takes hard work and a whole lot of please come and buy. Me, I'm getting tired though. I mean, I care about my business, but this stress and sleepless nights. Hey!
Dentina, won't MTN SME month no be. Yes, you're fine, pound. See, Bra Enoch, who sells electronics on our junction, he participated last year and he got a lot of expert advice and some tech things be that has made running his business very easy.
Because it's like he's not part of us.
It's time to take your business to the next level with modern tools and solutions designed with you in mind. Join MTN Business this July in Accra and Kumasi as we partner with SMEs for growth. Visit mtn.com.gh/business or call or WhatsApp 0244 308 111 for inquiries.
MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerford, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved. Right, so welcome back and time for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
And whose birthday is it?
Let me start with you, Ekuya Ohinewa. You are a big man's daughter. Enjoy your birthday today. Ekuya Ohinewa. Let me say it again. Ekuya Ohinewa. No, Samuel, let me take your time. Ekuya Ohinewa is very special to me.
Yes.
Today is your birthday. Please enjoy your birthday. Enjoy to the max. We will do party for you. We will do party for you. I know that some people don't want to do party, but we will do the party for you. Okay?
And
yes.
Today also is the birthday of Reverend Albert Okran of ICGC. So happy birthday to you. It's from all of us here, including your sweetheart, Comfort Kates, and the Ejekumhene. So Ishmael Ejekumhene sent this one. But this one says, a very long one by Kojo Akoto Boateng that says, happy birthday, Abena Vida, Abena Trema Boateng of Nkranza Adoye and Asechi. I thank God for how far He's brought you. 70 years is a big deal, and I'm glad that we've lived to see this day. You've been our teacher, pillar, doctor, best friend, and the most amazing mom any child would dream of. Your resilience through the trying times and your can-do spirit, will-do attitude kept all of us afloat. You've given everything for us and will surely make sure you get everything and more. My God is my pillar, my chief farmer. You do all. From Ijazongo to Bomso Church of Christ to Nkranza. Hey, Kojo. You've touched so many lives and we are so grateful. Joy and I are grateful to you. Our marriage and our home is happy because you go the extra mile to pray for us and support us as you celebrate 70 today. I wish you good health, God's blessings, and absolute peace of mind. From Kujwa Kotu Boateng, backed by Georgina Frimpong Matrum, and your grandchildren, Anakwabna Treme Boateng, Nana Kofi Treme Boateng, and Ryan Boateng, and the whole army. This one says, blessed happy birthday to Michael William Kwe, aka Manche of Snit, Accra North Area Office. I wish you more grace and good health from Ato Kwanzi. And blessed happy birthday to Phoebe Amatefiu of Golden Age International School. We wish you more happiness and fun today from Daddy Ronnie, Mommy Gifty, Kimberly, and Tracy. They say they love you always. And blessed happy birthday to Major Clue America. And this one is coming from Erastus Asari Donko to you. And finally, happy birthday to Zoe Naekuya Isiama. We thank God for the wonderful, kind, helpful, and caring young woman you are. God bless and establish you, Zozo. We love you to the infinite and beyond. From Liam, Grandma, Kushi, Uncle Ludwig, your dad, Kojo Siama, and Ajele to you.
Now, today is the birthday of former Chief Executive of VRA, Erasmus Kobla Kalichi. EAK Kalichi turns 94 years. Wow. If you go to VRA, there are 3 busts of Ghanaian former chief executives. He's the only one existing still. The 94-year-old Erasmus Kalichi. Today is his birthday.
Wow. 94 years.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get into the Sports Center now. Yes. Proudly brought to us by MTN.
Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
And Twisco Food Drink, Twisco Power Your Dream. And if it's football you want, we've got it all. Yes, all of it on DSTV, all the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. The season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Now, so folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transforming into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very, very low rates. That's right. We are not just giving you loans. We are offering you the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of these numbers: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, or 0244-674-154. Let's chat together. A cause for a brighter society and a tomorrow that we all be proud of, and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And accessing super reliable healthcare should be the topmost priority for you and your family. That's why MultiPlus, powered by MTN, is giving you just that today. For a subscription fee of just 25 Ghana cedis a month, paid on Momo, you can sign on to a health subscription plan that gets you access to unlimited in-store consultations with qualified healthcare professionals and over 160 covered medications and tests at participating pharmacies in the Abilikuma, Sakaman, Dansuman, Mamprobi, and Kaswa townships. And the favorite part is that there's a dedicated nurse at the MultiPlus pharmacy who can teleconference a doctor when you need it, so you can access the best consultation services. And to get this great product, all you have to do is download the Ayoba app and sign up today with your Momo account. So just download the Ayoba app and sign up with your Momo account. Take charge of your health conveniently and affordably. Sign up for MultiPlus, powered by MTN today.
Now, there's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market from the producers of Carbell. Permit me to introduce to you Twisco, a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder and rich with Enafort, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, C, D, iron, and many more. Twisco is available in 20 grams and can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 CD 80 pesos. To enjoy all the goodness packed in a sachet, empty the content into a mug, mix with 180 milliliters of previously boiled water, milk, and also you stir. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. This advert is FDA approved.
And that's how we bring you the Joy Sports Center this morning. My name is Victor Achuta. We've got quite a bit to unpack today, but we're going to start from France because Ghana's athletes are calling on the government to settle their unpaid allowances before the start of the Olympic Games on July 26 in Paris. Despite medal-winning performances in previous competitions like the African Games and the African Athletics Championships in Douala, the Olympic Committee and the Sports Ministry are yet to settle promised bonuses to these athletes. Speaking to the Graphic Sports on the condition of anonymity, an athlete called on the government to settle their bonuses so they will be motivated to represent Ghana in the Olympic Games. Regardless of these challenges, President of Ghana Athletics, Bar Fuseni, in an earlier conversation with Joy Sports, expects the team to excel at the Games.
They're capable of achieving decent performance. I'm not going to put medals or put target on it, but we are hopeful, and I don't have any doubt in their performance. They are going to put up a very good performance. Even those who are going for the individual races, they are going to run very well. The 4x100 is pretty strong. It's one of the best relating we have in the world, not even in Africa, in the world. We are ranked number 1 in Africa, and we are ranked very, very high and favorable at the world stage.
Club football next, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko have announced the signing of former Liberty Professionals attacker Elvis Chebafo on a 3-year deal. The 25-year-old was last attached to the Slovenian club NK Rogaška. And speaking of Asante Kotoko signings, their legend Opokunti has criticized what he describes as substandard signings last season. Inti believes not just Kotoko but Accra Hearts of Oak are both performing poorly on the local scene, partly because of signing immature players.
Any great team, we always go for the matured and experienced players, those who are ready for a fight. If you watch Kotoko and Hearts of Oak last season, their science was not up to the standard because everything has its own philosophy and the standard. Okay. If you pull crowd, if you're a team that pull crowds, you need to bring players that have the names that would draw the supporters to the stadium, and that was not happening last year between Kotoko and Hearts of Oak.
Let's stay with Opokunti a bit more. He's calling on fans to show up at the Accra Sports Stadium tomorrow for the first Democracy Cup match between Accra Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The game is part of activities marking 30 years of parliamentary democracy under the Fourth Republic. Opokunti will feature in the curtain raiser game between the Black Stars and a select team from Parliament.
One thing I'm afraid, we have to let the parliamentarians know that, look, football is for footballers. And when we win against them, they should not say they won't sign our budget too. They have to take in the good faith. And so the supporters, I'm urging the supporters to come to the stadium and watch. The legends, some of them didn't have time to, or was not born when they were playing. And so this is an opportunity for everyone to see the legends.
Well, that curtain raiser between former Black Stars players and members of Parliament will kick off at 1 p.m. while the match itself between Hearts of Oak and Asante Kotoko is scheduled for 6 p.m. More on club football, and Ghana Premier League champion Samatex have also announced the signing of 17-year-old forward Isaac Bafo on a 3-year deal. He joins from relegated Bofakotano, where he featured in 20 league games last season. Elsewhere, newly promoted Young Apostles have also signed former Brecum Chelsea coach Joseph Asare Bediako as their head coach for their first campaign in the Ghana Premier League. Some national team news, and Black Stars midfielder Ibrahim Suleimana, he is also nearing a return to Atalanta in Italy, where he began his European adventure. He's 21 years of age and played on 21 occasions for Cagliari in Serie A last season, scoring twice in the process. Still in matters relating to the Black Stars, Captain Andre Ayew wants fans to be patient with the current call because they need time to adapt to the demands of Ghanaians. He believes the young players in the team are not familiar with the team's culture after leaving the shores of Ghana very early to continue their careers abroad.
We have a squad who is very young, who are now understanding bit by bit everything that's coming. They started early. It's not like before the people you said, there are people who played for Liberty Professionals, Hearts of Oak. So they played in Ghana. and they left. Today, most of the players leave very early, very early. So you get the outside, let's say the outside mentality easier. So when you come home, but you have to readapt yourself to the Accra mentality, which it is not easy.
Andrea, he's speaking about the now world famous Accra mentality. Brighton next and forward Ibrahim Suleimana says he can't wait for the start of the new Premier League season following his unveiling last week. He's a 19-year-old Ghanaian forward who joined from Right to Dream Academy and signed a 5-year deal with the Seagulls in January, but finished the season with Northern on loan.
Basically, there were a lot of teams who wanted me, but when Brighton came, I was like, yes, this is the type of team I want to play, and the style of play. They play also younger players, so it was like great development for me. I've really achieved my dream, playing every week, banging goals, being the main guy. I'm a type of player who is direct, ambitious for goals, like finisher.
Elsewhere, Newcastle United coach Eddie Howe is reportedly the leading candidate to become England manager if Karen boss Gareth Southgate steps down. Southgate's future with the Three Lions is hanging in the balance after yet another final heartbreak. England were beaten by 2-1 by Spain in the final of Euro 2024 in Berlin on Sunday. Southgate was asked about his future with the team after the game. He said nothing is decided yet.
I need to have those conversations with important people behind the scenes, and I'm obviously not going to discuss that publicly first. Without a doubt, England have got some fabulous young players. You know, even the young ones now have got a lot of experience of tournaments. Many of this squad are going to be around in 2, 4, 6 years, 8 years' time, and or we have now been consistently back in the matches that matter. So it's the last step that we haven't been able to do.
While many are increasingly becoming open to the idea of a new manager in charge of the Three Lions, midfielder Jude Bellingham says no matter what happens, Southgate will always have his respect.
I've got nothing but respect for Gareth, giving me my debut in the squad. Made me feel very at home. Whatever happens with Gareth, I'll always respect him. If he stays, then I'll be even more determined to win something for him because he deserves it. You know, that sometimes the numbers and the kind of the statistics, the records don't lie. You know, he's been our most successful manager since 96, 66 even. So whatever he decides, he'll always have my respect and my love.
Sunday's results leaving England in a state of introspection. Meanwhile, in Spain, waving flags and dressed in Spain's red and yellow colors, tens of thousands of people jubilantly greeted the country's triumphant Euro 2024 men's football team on Monday during that parade in Madrid. The players celebrated the win in an open-top double-decker bus with a trophy placed on the front and the message, "It's only the beginning," inscribed boldly. They traveled from Germany to the Spanish capital and first met with Spain's King Felipe VI and his family. Congratulations to Spain again on winning their 4th European title. And in the Joy Sports Center with me, Victor Achutamaklu. Before we go, though, let me say birthday blessings to Emmanuel Ayamga, sports journalist with the Pulse. We wish you the best of today. May the best of your days be the rest of your days.
Right, so thank you very much, Victor Chutamakulo, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. But of course, we want to hear from you. We want to know what your thoughts are this morning, right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, A Better Way, A Better Africa, and Malatu from Ernest Chemist, Malatu, power over malaria. And this morning, we want your take. We want your thoughts on the the amendment to Regulation 74 of LI 2180, where now members of Parliament and Ministers of State, including justices of the Supreme Court, can have sirens fitted on their vehicles. And you've heard Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, actually supporting that. He says this is why they need it.
you subject such people into the conditions of traffic on the road, such people cannot meet the deadlines. And therefore, it is imperative for us to give some access to them to be able to meet the deadlines. And let us not forget, if deadlines are not met, it goes to undermine the performance of such public officers or ministries or institutions. Some members of parliament and some even state ministers and even some judges have been arrested on the road because they are trying to meet their work schedule.
Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS and tell us what your thoughts are. And we definitely would share it with the rest of the world. And this is the year to stop singing and talking about shopping and enjoying life and just do it. Because EcoBank has over 1 million Ghana cedis of cash and prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo for you and over 7,000 others across Ghana. Winners will be rewarded bi-weekly, and you can be one of them, winning up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. There will also be 3 monthly draws, and all you have to do is to deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, EcoBank Express Point, or via EcoBank Mobile to stand a chance of winning. Other prizes include fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, airtime, and many more. And promo runs from now till the end of July 2024. It's your time to chop life. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedis deposit earns you an entry into the EcoBank Million Gang draw. A better way to enjoy life, a better way, a better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Right, stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show.
We know say problem day, but you for chop life. Simply deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, Express Point, or through EcoBank Mobile to win your share of over 1 million cedis in prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo, EMG. Be one of over 7,000 people to be rewarded. Hey, my God. Yes, so over 7,000 people go chop soft life from May to July 31, 2024. Be an EcoBank customer or be square. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedi deposit earns you a point for the EcoBank Million Gang today, EMG. Deposit today and win your share of 1.2 million in cash and prizes. A better way to enjoy life. A better way. A better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
The only British university campus in West Africa. So are you ready to be the next millionaire in town? The Telecel More Money promo is here. 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize is up for grabs. And it could be you. Yes, you. Simply reload your mobile using your Telecel cash wallet and be part of the daily and weekly draws where you could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis every week. Purchase data or airtime using your Telecel cash wallet and double your chances. Making payments onto your fixed broadband also gives you a chance to be the next millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. To opt in for free, dial star 500 hash or send WIN to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. Just picture this, you're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should never have been compromised, and that's why we at Latest Foam prioritize quality above all else. Step into our showrooms and experience the difference for yourself. Our high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That's the Latest Foam promise. Invest in your well-being, choose Latest Foam. Otherwise, challenge you to do yourself. Latest Foam is your partner for life, and so visit us today and sleep better tonight. Call us on 0302231155 or 0322008499 or visit us online, latestfoamghana.com. So do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills?
taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams. Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our campus. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on 0209 60 708. 0209607008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. And of course, on big stories, our focus is on the amendments to LI 2180, which you've been talking about, and we'll also be sharing all your thoughts right here on the Super Morning Show. But now time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Freeze solar hybrid air conditioners. Superior cooling with lower energy.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Freeze solar hybrid air conditioners. Superior cooling with lower energy. Government is now finally set to launch the much talked about SME Growth and Opportunity Program today. The initiative is aimed at supporting small businesses with the needed financial help to expand the operations. IMF staff have completed their visit to Ghana to review half-year economic data. Cocoa Board has attributed the profit posted for last year to the restructuring of cocoa bills worth almost 8 billion cedis. And Russian antivirus giant Kaspersky Labs has told the BBC that it is leaving the US after the Biden administration banned sales and distribution of the firm's software. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Free solar hybrid air conditioners. Superior cooling with lower energy.
Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also stock genuine spare parts in for all kinds of generators and do generator rentals. They have branches nationwide, and you can locate their latest branches in Amrahia Frames Oil on the main Adenta Dodowa Road, East Legon, Lagos Avenue Road opposite Turmeric Hotel, Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and Kaswa off the Wager Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot, and at Odoko where they have their head office, number 77 Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road. Call them on 0243 480334. So join us, let's get interactive here on the Super Morning Show. What's your take? Should members of Parliament, Ministers of State, Justice of the Supreme Court have sirens and bells fitted on their vehicles that they can use on official duty? Share your thoughts with us. Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When shopping for a dress, you say,
of course, the low burst line. A little tight by the hips. Covered sleeves. Off shoulder. Definitely.
But when buying anti-malarial drug, you say,
is it not malaria? Give me whatever is available.
Choose your malaria drugs the same way you choose your dress. Always ask for Coartem. It's also available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malaria testing should be done before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our 2024 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Ghana
run away. Telecel, the more money promo now,
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Hey, Cashman. Yeah. Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every 40 generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Right, and this morning, a conversation that concerns all of us. A conversation that all of us must be a part of because, well, our members of parliament and our ministers of state, justices of the Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice, if this LI passes, can actually have sirens fitted on their vehicles and drive through traffic. Asking all of us, when they're on official duties, which may be all the time, to give way so they can get to work. Many of you have gotten in touch with us this morning expressing anger. You say that cannot be the case. If there's traffic on the road, fix the problem. Don't insulate yourself from the challenges. Well, this morning, Dr. Yapebi is a global CEO of the Heart Group, which grows holistic emerging leaders in 25 countries on 6 continents. He joins us on the phone. Would also be joined by Andy Apiakubi, Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North. This morning we've been playing some of the things he said to our parliamentary correspondent Kweku Asante yesterday in Parliament. And of course, we're also going to be giving you a chance to join us. We're reading lots of your messages as well as activating the phone lines so you can join us. But Dr. Yapebi, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston. It's good to hear your voice again.
Yes, and good to have you join us this morning. I mean, Dr. Pebi, these are our leaders, members of parliament. These are people
who are serving our interest. And in the affairs of the state, they have to meet deadlines, like Andy Apiakubi says. And sometimes they're stuck in traffic. So shouldn't we be making their work easier? Shouldn't we be facilitating their access to these meeting places where they can take decisions in the best interest of their states?
You would think so, Winston, on the surface of it. But honestly, when I heard the Honorable Apiakubi yesterday, I couldn't believe my ears and eyes. My first thought was, how did Ghana inherit such spoiled adults? We usually talk about spoiled children, but with all due respect, I'm saying I'm hearing spoiled adults speak, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Even before getting into the merits or demerits of the law per se, I would like to handle this in terms of, number one, the attitude of our public servants, and then secondly, the understanding of leadership.
Okay.
Honestly, I find the attitude of many of our public servants nauseating. There is a certain sense of entitlement, which for me is very saddening. The word minister itself, I'm using that as an example, actually means servant. And I have jokingly tell people that if ever I become president of this country, I will change all the term minister to servant, so that we know we are talking to the servant of education and the servant of transportation and the servant. But how can our servants be so entitled? So that's the number one thing. And I saw the television excerpt yesterday, with Honorable Apiakubi, and honestly, that was the attitude that came forth. Entitlement, and that is a problem. Secondly, talking about leadership itself, a leader is a responsible person who serves and influences people to achieve a shared noble purpose. The first characteristic of a leader is that they are responsible. So I love it that Apiakubi and our leaders are saying we want to be responsible, we want to meet deadlines, we want to, meet the KPIs you have given us. But that is only on the surface, because responsibility also means that you do not regularize emergencies. I mean, if you're always in a hurry to meet deadlines, you are irresponsible. Sometimes, yes, you will need to move in an emergency, and so yes, call a motorcade, whatever it is. But to be living every day as an emergency, or to give you the license to live every day like an emergency, that is irresponsible. I mean, like they say, once you cook in the kitchen, once in a while, pepper will get into your eyes. But what kind of person are you that every single time you go into the kitchen, pepper gets into your eyes? That is what I'm hearing. Look, I'm supposed to be on a certain radio station this morning at 8:30 a.m. Winston, I left my home in West Legon at 6 a.m. Because I know I'll be stuck in traffic. I've been parked at the parking station of the radio station, waiting in my car, working from my car, because I know there's going to be traffic. Our leaders have to be responsible, also plan their lives. And then you mentioned a very important point, fixing the problem itself. Why do we have traffic in Accra? I've lived in cities that have bigger populations than Accra and don't have the kind of traffic. Why don't we solve the fundamental problem? What are the alternative routes? Where are trains and buses? Almost everybody in Los Angeles, for example, decided to create these high occupancy vehicle routes, so that if you are more than two in a car, you have a special lane you use. Why? Almost every single car had one person in it. Why are we not solving the fundamental problem, rather skirting around the issue? The last thing I'll say is that leadership is servanthood. A leader is a responsible person who serves. Please, please, please. Our leaders must be seen to be truly serving us, and not us pandering to their whims and caprices.
Okay.
About the law itself, if there's anything, we need more laws to regulate our haphazardness, not less, and better implementation of the many wonderful laws we already have. A couple of times, I myself have fallen foul of traffic laws, and when I'm stopped by the police, I'm willing to go to court. And they are surprised that I'm willing to go to court. My own driving has greatly improved because in Canada, I kept getting speeding tickets. I can tell you that I largely drive by the speed limit now in Canada just because following the laws has regulated my behavior. In fact, my first driving test in Montreal, I failed the test. Have you seen, the last thing I've seen, have you seen the European prime ministers riding bicycles and trains to work?
Yeah.
Come on. The Dutch prime minister, just this video that surfaced last week, is riding a bicycle to work. And he's now going to be in charge of NATO, and he'll probably be riding all the way to NATO. Please, let's get serious.
All right, let me just, please hold on, Dr. Yapebi. Let me bring in Franklin Kujo, founder and president of Imani Center for Policy and Education. Franklin, I'm sure you may have heard the Member of Parliament for Asante Achim North, Andy Apiakubi. He's talked about, the challenges in meeting deadlines, or actually getting to meetings sometimes, and that he believes that the ministers and members of Parliament, the judges, justices of the Supreme Court, they need these things because of the role they play in society. And sometimes they need to have these meetings in the interest of the state. Would you, rather your minister was late to a meeting that where he had to take a very important decision in your interest instead of just using a siren and getting to that meeting, Franklin?
So it depends on the qualitative outcomes of the meeting itself. If it is a meeting to go and pass a bill to pay $1 billion to ACA, so that we would have lost that money in record time, maybe no. If it is a bill to all the cement regulations, cement price regulations, have you seen the LI? It's really upset. If it is a bill to do something like that, I frankly I don't understand. I'm in a hurry to go and do things like that. Look, many people have said this thing just doesn't make sense. Let's not stretch it. Before you realize, assemblymen, chairman of ward committee, political parties, people will start asking for all kinds of exemptions because these MPs and the executive and whoever have this exception. Is that the sort of society we want to create? What if the roads get jammed? They will now ask for helicopters so that they can fly above everybody else. Look, this thing. I said hellfire the first time. I never wanted to say a thing because I wanted to gauge exactly what people would think, and exactly what is playing out. Exactly what I thought is what is playing out right now. This thing just doesn't make sense, not at all. So let's not even glorify it by having a proper discussion over it. In other jurisdictions, when MPs or even political leaders are found to break the law in terms of just going over a little over the speed limit that everybody is supposed to keep, they get fined, right? Why would you want to be given access to make noise? In fact, the siren actually makes a lot of noise, and then on these very cantankerous roads. What about asking for the roads to be expanded and done well? I thought one thing comes before the other. Parliaments have been said to be makers of their own laws, and that they can. The only thing they cannot do is to change a man to a woman. I've forgotten who said that. I've forgotten my government lessons. You probably know. And I think this is one of them. You cannot just make any law anyhow. I don't think it helps at all. By the way, did you know that the presidency actually issued a stern warning in 2017 as well as 2021, May 25th, May 2021, to members of parliament and ministers to desist from using sirens, and then obviously, sirens it was at the time.
I actually have the statement. The statement signed on... Yes, Franklin, I have the statement dated 19th May 2021, the one you're making reference to, where it talks about a ban on the usage of sirens. It says, for the avoidance of doubt, the said ban on the use of siren covers the following: honorable ministers and regional ministers and deputy ministers, MMDCEs, CEOs of government agencies, officials of the presidency, unless otherwise designated. Yes, Franklin, go ahead.
Well, so at the end of the day, I don't know how all of a sudden they decided to get the executive to quietly bring this back into the... I don't know who actually laid the bill. I have to find out who actually is sponsoring that bill. Is it executive now? that Ekekele is now fine and happy that everybody else in Parliament and ministers can make noise with sirens and actually railroad everybody by using the road. I don't understand it. So I want to know exactly whether that is the situation.
Great.
Look, this thing just doesn't make sense. You know, if you are arguing, if my good friend Andy appears arguing that, well, they need to get to a place quickly and that they get late, well, who is it? Dr. Pebby is telling you, why don't you get up early? You know, it reminds me of a story I read. I think it was the French journalist Bastille, who had hypothetically was suggesting that candlestick makers were accusing the sun of burning the candles. And so they went to Parliament to ask Parliament to pass a law against the sun. That's typically what is happening here. I mean, fix the fact that you get up early, go to your meetings, and get the road working for everybody else. And stop blaming your lateness as a result of some important thing you need to do.
Now, I mean, Dr. Pebby earlier started with, the bit about leadership and how it's irresponsible if you're consistently doing the same thing. He's talked about the fact that if you work in a kitchen, well, once a while, you get pepper in your eyes. But if it happens all the time, then it means you have a challenge. Let's briefly, Franklin, before I get to Dr. Pebby, let's look, analyze the psyche. Why would a member of parliament, why will a minister of state, who's supposed to be helping fix the traffic situation, decide to have himself insulated from this?
Oh, you haven't read I'm sure you've read the 1984 George Orwell's, what's it called?
Oh, Animal Farm?
So, when people become too comfortable, they tend to pass all kinds of things. They call it the excellence of life. You begin to think that you are way above everybody else. That's what I'm saying, that the next thing you realize is that everywhere is jammed. They now will be looking. Maybe you need to get helicopters or get cars that can fly. And then it has it anywhere. So for me, look, it is just people being too comfortable. And I've had some of my good friends. This morning I had a good laugh with my good friend Honorable Apojamaki. I said, please, let's don't try it. I mean, if you try it, you see the angst already. People are angry already, and I don't think you want to anger them a lot more. I've seen what's his name, Dr. Dominic Ayini also write all kinds of things. Well, you should just go ahead and pass it and see what he saw people do to him anyway. So, look, this thing is unconscionable. It is senseless. Let's stop it. Period.
Let's stop it. Dr. Yapebi, you've heard Franklin Kujo talk about the fact that this has to be stopped. Now, before I ask you that question, I also would want to find out from you the question I asked Franklin earlier about our leaders. Why would the very people tasked with solving our problems be looking at insulating themselves from the problems?
This is a question that is bigger than this LI issue, and it goes back to a fundamental misunderstanding of who a leader is and what leadership is. And that's why I began by that brief definition. Of course, there are over 360 definitions of leadership, but I threw that one there, So part of being responsible is fixing the problem. And so if you know your job as a leader, and I hear it on the news all the time, you have a minister of state coming forth and explaining problems to us. We have the problems. That's why we elected you to help us fix them. A leader solves problems. It's one of the fundamental things of of leadership. If you can't solve the problem, get out of there and let's get somebody who can fix it. So it speaks. This clearly shows a very fundamental misunderstanding of leadership as responsibility. Even being responsible yourself, getting up on time, scheduling your life properly, managing your life, managing your time, fixing problems, and again, the misunderstanding of leadership as servanthood, that you are there to serve the people and not the other way around. This is a classic case of a misunderstanding of leadership, and I hope that it puts some sense into our heads. Honestly, Winston, Kenya is coming to Ghana. Kenya is coming to Ghana.
How?
We are fed up. We are really fed up. with the people we elect. We form lines, queue to get into office to come and serve our interests. Then they come and lord it over us. Then they come and take all our taxes down. They're taking our state properties. They want our hotels. They want our... What kind of nonsense is that? Let us be warned. Kenya is coming to Ghana. And already Gambia, the young people in Gambia have protested, and things are changing. If that's what the governments want, they should continue this way. If they are wise, they will stop this thing. They'll kill it even before wasting any more time on it. There are more urgent things to discuss as a country. Please, let's get serious.
So, in effect, you're saying, stop this.
Absolutely.
And that you, as an individual, as a citizen of this country, you're warning them not to continue with it. Franklin, you're also saying we should. Parliament should stop this. They shouldn't push this through, right?
Oh, of course, without a doubt. I clearly speaking, this does not on, and I'm sure they are listening to the public, and so they better shelve it and focus on something more important. You know how this thing goes. Before I realize there's a procurement opportunity, somebody will go and procure sirens, fake and real ones. Charlie, this economy, this like I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, let's leave it there. They should stop it, and I think they've heard it loud and clear. I don't think they would dare. I don't think they would dare at all.
All right, just hold on a minute for me, Franklin, because I need to say a thank you to Yapebi. I know you have a program. You had indicated you're actually at the radio station. So thank you very much, Dr. Yapebi, who's the global CEO of, the HAD Group, growing holistic emerging leaders in 25 countries on 6 continents. Franklin, anything you want to say finally before you can also leave us?
Well, leadership is not a difficult thing, and it's like your baby says, either you lead, follow, or get out of the way. If you feel strongly about something, always reflect what others would think about it. Once you're in Parliament, any law you want to pass, think carefully about it. I'm surprised that both sides of the House are actually in support of it. I'm really, really surprised. Maybe there are people who are against it, but they are quiet. Let's look for them and they'll speak against it. But clearly speaking, this is just not on.
Great. Thank you very much, Franklin Cudjoe, for joining us. Franklin Cudjoe is founder and president of Imani Center for Policy and Education. So, Raymond, you've heard from Yapebi, you've heard from Franklin Cudjoe, and the many people who are sending messages that are sending the signal. This is just not what we want today.
I am interested in hearing from the National Road Safety Commission. Is this what they would endorse? Will this make our roads safer? Will this make our roads better? Again, I am also interested in hearing from perhaps, they cannot be represented without their own people involved. The Judges and Magistrates Association.
Yeah.
Is this a complaint that they would like to associate it with? That they are in traffic all the time. They can't get through to traffic, go and deliver judgment or sit in court. So they need to be given the opportunity to rush quickly to go and do that. Because I think it's been made to look like we have settled on these matters. And I said it earlier, I agree. And I read the study that suggests that indeed this republic has a problem with traffic management. In fact, some people even try to put percentages to it. How much of our percentage is affected in terms of GDP wise by congestion and this attendant pollution, which end up affecting our healthcare systems and all of that. Again, because of poor roads and the road infrastructure not being evolved as we thought or we wanted it to be, it's compounded our problem. Nobody disputing that. But that is a national problem for all of us because we are all road users. It is not a problem that disproportionately affects MPs, ministers, and those in the judiciary. I hope you get my point.
Yeah.
So unless there is another study I've not seen yet, which suggests that MPs, ministers, and members of the judiciary are isolated and disproportionately affected by this situation, so they ought to be treated differently and given a special form of engagement on it. Perhaps, maybe, because this is an amendment to the existing LI 2180, which is regulations really. If these amendments were informed by a bigger study, maybe we've been told, and Apia could be mentioned productivity. So maybe there's a study which says MPs are unable to do their jobs properly. And a chunk of the reason is due to the fact that they spend all the time in traffic. And it's not just MPs, ministers. They are unable to lead ministries properly. They are unable to attend cabinet meetings. Again, also, judges are unable to deliver proper justice in the Republic of Ghana. But why do you think that judges should be exempted and not the other staff in the judicial service? Have you gone to court where the judicial secretary, the registrar is not there before? Nothing happens in the court. Not the judge. I'm saying the registrar, if he's not there, nothing happens. Nobody will bring the docket. Nobody will call the case. So are they equally important? Should they be given similar treatment? Are they? So unless maybe I see a study, because sometimes, maybe they are informed. Maybe the MPs know something that we, the rest of us, we do not know. But if it is merely on the fleeting reason that some have been arrested before, and we saw that, we saw videos of it, MPs' irresponsibility of abusing our laws or breaking traffic rules cannot be made law. Your irresponsibility, your indiscipline, is just like saying that I have a penchant to steal. So it reaches a point, I agree that it is my style to steal. And if my stealing does not work out properly, Western and Co should make it possible for me to steal easily. And by enabling my stealing, you are just endorsing the abuse of our laws. But what signal are you even sending to young people? Yes, that you cannot lead properly. You cannot show the examples elsewhere. Your colleagues, when in other countries, when they catch them for traffic offenses, some apologize, some resign. They are very remorseful. As for you, because you've been caught several times for disobeying traffic regulations, your solution is that take away the traffic regulation and exempt us from the law. That signal is what people are responding to. And I think they should quietly reflect on that, because it doesn't make sense. And again, they exempt their situation. We know that today, and in all fairness, if there was proper leadership on this matter, this bill, our amendment, wouldn't have been suggested by anybody, because they would know that they are sending the wrong signal. Two, that they are behaving in ways that says we don't serve the people, but we serve ourselves first. And you are not setting the right example for the rest of society. So today, we know Galamsey is terrible. The other you have to do is that let's legalize it. If we legalize it, we absorb the problem. Let's allow them to destroy our water bodies. No, finally, no. Let's just use a law, because it's a law that makes it illegal, and it's for good reason. Your reason for removing it because there's a certain productivity you're not meeting. But let's not get it wrong. If the member of parliament who's been comfortable in our parliament and where we are as a country today, it's not discussing how we will never get to an IMF program again. It's not discussing how we will never do a domestic debt exchange program again. Those things appear not to be your topmost priority. And it is your ability to go and sit in the parliament you don't attend in the first place. Like yesterday, there are about 24 of them sitting in the parliament. They kept raising quorum issues left, right, center.
You see?
You really think that that's the kind of leadership people expect of you?
Not at all. And, citing the examples, you remember the, former energy secretary?
Yes.
Who at the point was going to be fined for speeding. Then his wife steps in and says, I was the one driving. When the wife eventually at the point of divorce said, oh, I wasn't the one, but I was coerced to do so. In the UK, they actually jailed both of them 8 months. That is not all. There are lots of examples in the UK, for instance. Robert Jenrick, who was immigration minister, he was banned 6 months from driving for speeding and fined £1,600. Minister.
In London today, they do congestion charge. So most people don't like driving in London because it's a terrible end. You are going to be in traffic and you are going to, so they use alternatives. Maybe the UK MPs should have also sought to insulate themselves by saying, please give a special treatment. You know, there's air ambulance in London, right? Use the air ambulance to pick us from home and take us to the office. Or any of the other RAF flights can be taking us to the office from our homes. The more you expand this, it is self-serving, which shows the kind of people we have in that office.
Great.
And in that position,
Let's get onto the phone lines again. Martin Kpibu is a private legal practitioner. He joins us on the phone. Martin, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning, Winston.
Yes, Martin, hope you're doing very well this morning. So, I'm sure you've seen the law. We've been reading it this morning. What's wrong with the law? What's wrong with that law that today says ministers of state, members of parliament, justices of the Supreme Court, whom previously couldn't use sirens and bells, can now do so for while they are on official duty, or they're using their official vehicles?
Yeah, Winston, that's the $1 million question. I can't also wrap my head around it. It's difficult for me. And just as you guys rightly say, you've said all the things, all the arguments I wanted to advance. Because Winston, as we talk now, about 10% of our population can't find food to eat, right? People are hungry. We all are feeling this cost of living crisis. And then you read that this is the kind of law that matters for our parliamentarians and ministers. We are like, how? Really? Because times are really hard. We are feeling the pinch of this cost of living crisis. So this thing is so annoying. I'm trying to be very reasonable to see that maybe there is something they have seen that we don't see. But Winston, I don't see it. I don't. Why would the minister need a siren? He also needs to wake up early to go to work. So if, Winston, you wake up at, let's say, 5 a.m. to prepare to go to work, why does the minister think he should sleep, wake up at 7 a.m. and so wants to get to work at 9? Or which are that? Are they not seeing it? You heard Dr. Pebi repeat that Kenya has come to Ghana. Yeah, Kenya is in Ghana, except that we won't be involved in the death. But the same anger and the movement is what is happening in here. People are very angry. So these ministers and parliamentarians shouldn't give that spark that will ignite the fire. We are very angry. This thing doesn't make sense. Why does an MP want to wake up at 8 a.m., not plan his day well, so that anytime he wishes, then that's when you put a siren on the vehicle and start going to parliament? No, it shouldn't happen that way. If he needs to be in parliament at 9 a.m. and he lives in Kaswa and needs to wake up at 4 a.m., please, so be it. So be it. We can't have different laws for different people. And you see, Raymond, or was it yourself, you raised the argument about 3 days ago, or yesterday, that the moment they take themselves out of this traffic situation, the problem will never be solved because they won't feel it. Just like the way the president doesn't pay any taxes, right? So when they put e-levy and those stuff, he doesn't feel it. Or actually, not e-levy, but in terms of the personal taxes. So you see that the Constitution Review Commission said that no, when we amend the Constitution, the president should pay tax. So that when they are deducting his salary, he also feel it. He will think twice before signing any laws at all that want to deduct personal taxes, etc. Right? So there is everything for the argument that the moment they take themselves out of this traffic problem in Accra, that problem won't get solved because it is he who feels it who knows it. He who feels it knows it. If they don't feel it, they won't know that problem. You see? Okay. So that is the point, Winston. But they should know that we are really angry. Kenya is in Ghana, and it didn't start today. We have been telling them that the Arab Spring is coming to Ghana. The Arab Spring is coming to Ghana. The Arab Spring is coming to Ghana. They thought we were joking. You saw when TUC issued the statement on Friday. What happened? So, President Kufuor and his government, they should take notice.
Okay.
They should take notice. Yeah.
All right.
Sovereignty resides in the people. That's Article 1 of our Constitution. sovereignty resides in the people. The power belongs to us. They should stop taking us for granted and passing any kind of law that pleases them, so that they won't feel the everyday problems that the ordinary Ghanaians feel. Then what is the essence of governance? They to say government, the democracy, is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So if you are governing and we are not feeling the benefits, then it's not a democracy.
Okay.
Then we should just accept that it's an oligarchy. So it's just a few of them, family and friends. They will enjoy, take everything, and leave the rest of us empty-handed.
Martin, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Now, on the 1st of March 2021, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, then Member of Parliament for Yawasu Central here, Henry Korte, was undergoing vetting to become Greater Accra Regional Minister. Listen to what he said concerning the use of sirens. Just listen to him.
One of the things that may not sound too well or good, perhaps in the ears of my colleagues, will be the abuse of sirens. I'm giving the nod, Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, sorry, I will ensure that the abuse of sirens in Accra will be a minimum. It is happening.
The abuse of what? Sirens?
Sirens and the use of blue lights. And Mr. Chairman.
You were Deputy Minister for Interior, weren't you?
Where you had the mandate.
Where you truly had a mandate. The police were under you. You share with us what you did in respect of
Mr.
that.
Chairman, I did say it will not be too sweet in the ears of my colleagues, but it has to be done and we will do it.
I'm asking what you did when you were Deputy Minister for Interior.
Mr. Chairman, I was a Deputy Minister and my duty was to assist my minister in doing so. Now the President has made me his representative in Greater Accra. So this is one of the innovations that I want to bring in the region, for which when you give me the nod, I will be the minister.
In what capacity then?
Mr. Chairman, as the chairman of RECSEC, it becomes a regional security matter in Greater Accra. And with that,
very, very interesting. I will personally be discussing this with you as we go along.
Morning Show.
So that's Henry Korte, is now Interior Minister. At the time, he was being vetted as Greater Accra Regional Minister. And Raymond, you've talked about it. Now, these are persons, first of all, members of Parliament don't go to work on Mondays.
Yes.
Unless they have extended sitting, which is hardly.
The presumption is that even if you are a member of Parliament for Yawasu West Wuogon, you will travel
to your constituency.
Yes, to your constituency, because there are some who are MPs for Jabin and Co. So they'll go. And they will come during the weekend, and sometimes they'll come late.
Yes.
So they will take off their entire Monday and appear in Parliament at 10 a.m. Sometimes they say if they are going to court, they have to come to Parliament after 2 p.m.
Yes.
Sometimes Parliament is waiting for them to come in after 2 p.m. Please, which agency is it that you woke up? We will come to work, right?
5 a.m.
You are 5 here. You stayed at home till 10, sometimes 2. 10 o'clock. I don't know what time you want to wake up. Let's say you wake up at 6 and you engage family, eat breakfast, and then do everything. You mean you have to take 4 hours to get to work? No. And with that, you need a siren to escape the traffic on our roads to do that.
And even this is the other part. The fact that for you and I, we drive ourselves to work.
Oh, yes.
So you actually will be getting tired even as you drive in and out.
Yeah.
But for these members of Parliament, we had made provision for them to hire drivers as part of their salary.
That's true.
We say you can actually sit at the back of your vehicle and be reading. Okay, if you want to even get into a virtual meeting, you can do so on your way to work.
Yeah.
Because we have decided that as part of your conditions of service, you have a driver.
Ministers too.
Paid for by the state, which is part of your salary. We give you that money, pay your driver to drive you. You're still asking that affects your productivity. You're unable to get to work early. You can't make the 10 o'clock that you're supposed to be there. If you have a committee meeting at 8 o'clock, get to work early. Wake up early. Get your driver. He drives you to work.
We cannot solve an indiscipline problem with the change in the laws to promote indiscipline, with all due respect. Yes, but I mean, it's almost like we are legalizing your indiscipline. We all if we had the opportunity to sleep for 10 hours, we'll do it all. Everybody enjoys the comfort of doing so. But we all have work to do. So please, and I'm insisting that even the work you are failing at it. I mean, some MPs, we are not discussing why you should even be in the parliament in the first place. At least Kwame Pianim told everybody that 5 US lawyers can do the job you are doing. And that they will represent and do the job wonderfully. Because most of you are failing woefully at the job. Even with an almost hanged parliament, you are failing terribly. And that you should read the room properly. People are not excited about what you are doing.
Look,
so in demanding privileges when you are failing, it's just like you not being productive at work. That every day you are going to your boss for more salary. You are getting everybody angry because you are incompetent. That is the problem. Look. And so you cannot exceed and extend your quest for more incompetence and adding on privileges to incompetence. It frustrates everybody.
Listen to this carefully. I mean, people are sending messages, but this is one that my friend from Laboni, Kwame, sent. He says, "Good morning, Omega Winston. I've just left the washing bay and tried eavesdropping on discussions between the attendants, the boys, concerning the MP's use of siren. Listen to what he said. I beg my MPs not to shake this calm table we're on. The boys are visibly livid and angry. One said they are waiting calmly for it to be passed, and they will start tracking them one by one. Kenya, still fresh on my mind. Anger is an understatement." Then this is one that was actually sent by the Vice President of the Ghana Medical Association, Professor Ernest York. He says parliamentarians start work at 10 a.m. and sometimes even after midday. How many emergencies do they attend to in a year? They must plan to attend to their task. This is a typical animal farm situation. You see that there was no majority or minority in this issue. Was there lack of quorum yesterday due to the traffic on the road? They should fix the problem and not run away from it. It is nauseating, to say the least. People are getting angry. We'll be activating the phone lines shortly so we can hear from you, all of you listening to us, because today we want to hear from you. We want you to tell us what your thoughts are on this particular issue. So we'll activate the phone lines. But before we do so, the National Communications Authority, in collaboration with the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, is organizing a one-day forum on the theme Post-March 14, 2024 Submarine Cable Outage, Ensuring a Resilient Data and Internet Infrastructure in Ghana. And the forum will, among other things, offer a platform for a multi-sectorial stakeholder ideation process to support and enhance the solutions that the NCA and the telecom industry players have initiated. The forum seeks to gather inputs from stakeholders towards the development of a comprehensive national data and internet resilience plan, compile recommendations from policymakers, regulators, industry experts, and other stakeholders into a communique. In attendance will be policymakers, Bank of Ghana, the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, submarine cable operators, utility service providers, industry experts, and other regulators and stakeholders. And the forum is strictly by invitation. However, the general public, civil society groups, and interested parties who have relevant input in this direction should submit their contributions to the NCA ahead of the forum via email info@nca.org.gh with the subject Contribution, Resilient Data and Internet Infrastructure in Ghana.
Now, are you tired of paying exorbitant electricity bills? If so, consider investing in a top-tier solar solution from Ghana's leading solar company, Translight Solar Limited, at highly competitive prices. With Translight Solar Systems, you can reduce your electricity costs and escape doing so permanently. Solar power is no longer just a backup for ECG, but a viable everyday energy source. Install a system from Translight Solar and enjoy uninterrupted power supply. Visit us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, between ARS and the American House. You can also visit our website, translightsolar.com, or call us at 0504 249 229 or 0206 542 454 for early bird deals. Everywhere there is sunlight, there is Translight.
And it's live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And we've been joined by Dr. Adumaku Kisi, who is Member of Parliament for Anya Sowutum, who wants to make an input in to the conversation. Dr. Adumaku Kisi, thank you very much for joining us. Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, and I've been listening to the program. Well done to a large extent. The media is very important in terms of governance, but I need to just draw attention to a few things.
Please do.
Personally, members of parliament's work is largely not limited to the work in the chamber. So that is one thing we need to put on record. And unfortunately, we're in a country where I remember Okoboy was let go because, quote unquote, he was not doing enough public engagement. And in our local parlance, they say, kuku kuku jaya, keka kekebe jaya. You know, we have voters or people, constituents, who expect you on a Saturday at about 5 funerals. 5 funerals on a Saturday. And I'm wondering, if you don't go, you know the consequences. You not end up staying in Parliament to even conduct the appropriate business that you went to Parliament for. So I'm only drawing your attention to the fact that, one, a lot of our work is not necessarily in the chamber. On Friday, for instance, I have a very important healthcare meeting in my constituency. I also have to be at La for another very governmental important thing. And I'm wondering how I'm going to split my time between these two very important and far apart programs, which require my attendance. And let me add that it is very unfortunate to say that members of parliament sleep a lot. I beg to differ. Sometimes we are up as late as 1 a.m. and up as early as 5 a.m. just to get to everything we need to do in a day. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of sirens personally, and I don't have one. I've never bought one, but I'm only making that case that we're being a bit narrow when we only limit the members of parliament work to necessarily being in the chamber. And let me plead with you. Let's not pitch the people against government or governance. Because, you know what, I am of the opinion that not all societal issues are necessarily because of lack of leadership. We the people also have a responsibility to the government in terms of how we manage ourselves in school, how we manage ourselves in finding a job, and unfortunately, everything is unfortunately put on government. And I am of the opinion that private enterprise has so much to contribute to this nation, and that we rather have to encourage a lot of private enterprise to move our nation forward. The people in government are very minute compared to the greater whole, and I am only expressing my sentiments as somebody who has spent very little time in government, which is 3 years, and a little close to 4. And I really think that today's discussion has been too narrowed in terms of, not really letting people look at the fact that, members of parliament have so many other engagements outside of parliament, which puts pressure on us.
Okay, now, Dr. Adamakwekese, just by way of clarification, you talk about some of the meetings, and you've made reference to a particular meeting. I'll come to the other one later. So these meetings that you're talking about, a health committee in your constituency, Anyaso Utum, and so what's the time difference? What's the time range? One starts at what time? The other starts at what time?
One is at 9, the other is at 10.
9 a.m. and 10 a.m.
And 10 a.m. Yes.
Okay. Now, Dr. Adamakwekese, you would agree with me that a meeting that starts at 9 a.m., you're definitely certain to miss the meeting that starts at 10 a.m. So
you miss the beginning.
The beginning, yes.
Beginning.
Yes. So why wouldn't you, for instance, knowing you have another meeting, probably get others to appreciate that they are better served by probably moving the time to say 12 when you would have finished the other meeting, and then you get into the next meeting?
You know, these things are very easy when, discounting the fact that you might not be the chairman for the other meeting. You understand? I'm chairing the local meeting, which necessarily is important because, you're the local MP and the onus is on you. So I'm only drawing out. And sometimes you have about 4 meetings that go. Let me tell you some interesting things where, you have to be at, Koforidua and Ibri within the same day for very equally important meetings, or sometimes even 3. I'm even not a minister. I'm not even a deputy minister. And I know how difficult some of those bookings can be. And I'm only drawing our attention that, listen, we all go into government to help. And it is not necessarily about an animal farm situation. And I would only plead, we represent the people. Ghanaians, unfortunately, make demands on MPs to be at their many, many programs. And I was expecting that maybe you would give them the audience to also say that, you know what, maybe our wedding and engagement, MP don't come. Our church fundraising activity, MP don't come. I mean, listen, that will be fair to us. That will be fair to us. So I'm only making that argument today that, Ray and listen, be a bit, idealistic in terms of the fact that we're Africans first and that we believe in socializing and people are happier to even hear that, MP came through 5 minutes and left. Unfortunately, that is the situation we find ourselves in. And we are a reflection of the people we govern, or a reflection of the people we lead. And you try doing something extraordinarily different, unfortunately, in our setting. And I have only cited one example of Okoboy. There are many Okoboys in Ghana, people who are very competent, willing to wake up very early to perform government duties, except for the fact that the engagements can be forced. Now, let me cite one last example.
Please do.
The road minister had to visit about 34 constituencies about a month ago. And looking at his heavy schedule, he needed to get to 5 constituencies in a day. Can you imagine moving from Kaswa to Anyanso in traffic? He would have spent the whole day, except for the fact that he had, extra hand to beat traffic. So I'm begging all of us that, listen, it is not by virtue of the fact that maybe you were members of parliament. Don't alienate us. We are your people. We are working in your interest, though we might not be gaining all the things that our people wish for. We are like fathers, and every father wishes to provide the best for their wards. But always as they seem.
Now, Dr. Adumaku Kisi, you said a lot of things. Just so I get you clearly, I mean, you're asking us that we should listen to you. So, you earlier talked about, for instance, having 5 funerals in your constituency, in a constituency. I want to give you the chance to explain this. How does your going to all 5 funerals affect your productivity and warrant the need for the use of a siren?
When I was young, I never liked my parents going to funerals until I got older. And then I realized that, African funerals are not necessarily just about burying, but it's a time for people to engage you and, in fact, discuss very community, development-related issues. And you'll be amazed about the number of times that certain very important, critical community-related issues come to bear during, a funeral occasion. And I think that maybe there should be an appropriate study with regards to discussions that happen, at funerals in the Ghanaian setting. And you would admit that you've been to some funerals that you ended up striking a conversation that led to maybe a nephew, a cousin getting a job, or a nephew, a cousin getting a scholarship, or a nephew, a cousin, having access to business support. So listen.
Yeah, but how does that become an official duty, warranting the use of a siren to attend all of them?
Well, I was only drawing your attention to the demands on a member of parliament and why sometimes or many times we end up having to beat traffic. You understand? And that is my only case I'm making. Now, if you beat traffic with a motorcade, fair enough. If you have to beat traffic with a siren, fair enough. But my point is that it is not by might necessarily and not by choice that, the voters will vote you out for not engaging enough. Listen, and let's be very realistic. I cited a very powerful example. Ameke, Okoboye, Eba Yala, Eba Outdooring. I mean, that was the point. A fine gentleman, our Minister of Health now, was cited that, upon all the many powerful things he was doing for the Oman Ghana, the issue they had for voting him out was that he wasn't coming to enough. Listen, that is the reality.
Yes, but Dr. Adumaku
That is our reality. And you have to help.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Adumaku Kisi, you would agree with me that a position of this nature, the fact that, the social meetings becomes untenable, because we can all raise a lot of social meetings here and there. At the end of the day, the question is your official responsibilities. How are they affected by the current arrangement?
Well, I've cited, for instance, the fact that, listen, your committee might be meeting at Pediase, okay? And then you might have another equally important meeting in Parliament. And it's concurrent sometimes. And to be at Pediase for maybe 1.5 hours to make your contribution known and to rush to Parliament to come and then make an additional contribution. This is the situation we find ourselves in.
Okay. Have you considered the fact that one of the good things COVID-19 gave us was virtual meetings? If your committee is meeting in Pediase, you have another meeting in Parliament, why won't arrangements be made for those who have other meetings to join virtually? And so once you're done here, you join virtually without having to drive to Pediase and then contribute. That's done, and it's simple, isn't it?
I would have loved that all things be virtual, but in person has its dimensions as well. You understand? Each person has its dimensions.
Okay. Well, Dr. Adumaku Kisi, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us and making your point. As you indicated, you wanted to tell us the other side of it, and we'll leave the decision-making to Ghanaians. We're grateful. Okay, so that's Member of Parliament for Anyaso Utum, Dr. Adumaku Kisi, joining us. The phone lines have been activated now. 0302-216-541 and then 055-111-11997. 0302-216-541 and then 055-111-11997. Stay with us. We'll be right back to pick your calls.
Eradi, where are all these high bills coming from? Now, wait a minute here. In these times of high electricity tariffs, Build-Freeze Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners are your sure bet to cut down on electricity bills. Build-Freeze, cool your buildings comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% savings on energy consumption compared to traditional air conditioners. Build-Freeze come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Please call us for purchases on 053-1100-915, 053-1100-915. Build-Freeze, superior cooling with lower energy.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Name is Acrobato. I like my mind peace. That's why I go get my Bampo insurance from Holland Life. Just yesterday, my Abushapeni asked everybody to pay 1,000 Ghana cedis for a penny funeral. But Masa, Nukreni, and Mosomekora. My Bambo helped me cover cost of funeral and any disability cost by paying 2 Ghana cedis per Bushumibia. A simple cry.
Yes, with as little as 2 Ghana cedis, you too can have peace of mind about cost of injury and funeral by simply registering with Mibambo Insurance from Holland Life. Just dial *269# on MTN or Telecel and follow the prompts. It's really that simple. Enjoy peace of mind today, knowing your tomorrow is covered. Mibambo Insurance, made for you.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma.
Eh?
The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
The luckiest
*712#.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Welcome and now for a daily *712#. And found no regrets. A Sankoma investors are a striking gold. A Sankoma health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A Sankoma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a Sankoma passionate fan on also entering containing a joy. After to the seamstresser or turning a hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, come on, if you say your next big win is right here.
Dial *712# and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial *712# to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest
*712#.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we've asked you what your thoughts are concerning the amendment of LI 2180 with Regulation 74, which will permit members of Parliament, ministers and justices of the Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice, the President and the Vice President, to actually use vehicles with sirens and bells fitted on them during, when they are the official vehicles. You've already heard from Dr. Adumako Kisi, you've heard from Martin Pebu, you've heard from Dr. Yapebi, you've heard from Franklin Kujo. What's your thought? You think that's a good thing? Or you say that should not be implemented? 0302216541 and then 05511119997. And Dr. Ernest York has joined us. Dr. York, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell us what your thoughts are.
Good morning, Winston, to your listeners. Thank you for having me. Winston, I think just give me a minute to paint the situation, and I'll call it, the animal farm scenario that is being played out. The definition of a siren or the use of a siren is for emergency and critical situations.
Yeah.
So I find it very difficult to understand the MP that came on describing their work, at attending funerals, constituency meetings, as qualifying as a critical situation or an emergency as the situation may be. I think those tasks are private, and I think they are being selfish in their approach to these things. And I think they should not underestimate the anger of the people.
Okay.
I mean, if they fix sirens on their car, and how many times do they attend to emergencies, even in a month? That relates to directly the work that they do in Parliament. If they are going for funeral, is that what they're going to use the sirens for? Now, I'll print you a situation that I faced last year. I was called to attend to an emergency at a certain hospital, and honestly, I jammed traffic. And I was stopped by the police, and I explained to him, and he was gracious enough to allow me to go through. I was ready to pay the consequences, or if I have to be taken to court, but I needed to attend to that emergency. Now, would I say that because of that, I should be given a siren to drive around it? What if I'm not attending emergencies anymore? And since last year, I've not had that situation. So I wouldn't say that qualifies me getting a siren on my car. So I think they should be real and face the bullet, bite the bullet and address the situation and not run away from it. They should do the needful and withdraw this bill and not underestimate the anger of the people.
Okay.
Thank you
very much, Dr. Ernest York. Let's go to Pokwasi now, where Joel is. Joel, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. Hello, Joel. Okay, I think we don't have Joel. Joel, please try and get in touch with us again on 0302216541 and then 05511119997. Edward is in Takrady. Edward, good morning. Hello, Edward. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Edward. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. I can hear you. Tell us what your thoughts are.
Yes. Please, the minister just showed us that
Edward, if you could just reduce... Edward, please hold on a minute. If you could reduce the volume on your radio set so that you can hear us and not be listening to yourself, we'll be very glad. Please go ahead.
Okay, please hold on.
Okay, we're waiting for you.
Yes, hello?
Yes, it's better now. It was actually an MP, Member of Parliament, Fanya Sotum. Please continue, Edward.
Yes, what he just said, none of them is tenable. Yes, because most of us, we also have 4 or 5 funerals on Saturdays. But we managed to go. We are all Ghanaians. We all deserve better.
Okay.
And then why do you want to go and do a meeting at Diafe? Like all of you moving from Parliament and then go and meet at Diafe. So some of the things, they themselves have to work it out and know how they can apportion their time well, because all what he's saying, it's not tenable. For example, like we all have deadlines to meet.
Okay.
Everybody has deadlines to meet.
Thank you very much, Edward from Takrady. Let's go to Kumasi, where Odami is. Odami, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Odami. Go ahead and share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, the MP has just muddied the waters. He has fought the case.
Oh, why?
You see, all the arguments that he made, they are self-seeking arguments. If you want to listen to the issues in your constituency, why don't you organize town hall meetings?
Okay.
For your people to come and share their opinion. Those funerals that they say they attend, is whose funeral? It's not their personal friend's funeral. Is it any ordinary person's funeral that they attend? They are all self-seeking. They are showing us their real nature. They have taken Ghanaians for a ride for so long. You see, Ghanaians, we are not angry enough. We only talk. When it comes to us, we run away. That is why our MPs are behaving like this. They have taken us for a ride for so long. They should stop these things before the anger of the youth comes up. They should stop it because we are fed up as Ghanaians. They have disappointed us in so many ways. I mean, look at the things they are taking us through. Look at what is happening in the economy. They are not thinking about the economy. They are thinking about funerals, attending funerals. And they think that's what are paramount to the needs of Ghanaians. I'm sorry. We don't have a future as a country. If you have these people leading us, we don't have a future as a country.
Okay.
Look at what is happening to our youth.
Thank you very much, Odami. Let's go stay in Kumasi. Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Winston. This is Kofi Bajumba from Kumasi.
Yes, Kofi.
I hope you are fine.
I am doing well, Kofi. I believe you're fine too.
Yeah, I'm very fine, very fine.
Great.
Only that I don't get the head and the tail of what the transport minister wants to do. They tell us that they represent their constituents, our interests. But look, we are buying high cost of petrol. We are buying high cost of electricity and the rest. This is affecting the constituents directly, and nobody is doing anything about it. But with their interest, they want us to, they want to go to Parliament and pass a law that will allow them to have their comfort. So my question is, do we have to always go out there and queue and vote for these people to satisfy their self-aggrandizement? I don't know what country, what kind of Ghana are we in, Winston?
Kofi, thank you very much for joining us. From Kumasi, we go to Kaswa. Kojo, good morning. We have Kojo from Kaswa on. Kojo, good morning. Okay, Kojo, please try and get in touch with us again. You can also do same, 0302-216-541 and then 055-1111-997. Let's get back to Kumasi. Well, it looks like a Kumasi show this morning. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Samuel.
Yeah, and please, you see, our parliamentarians are taking us for granted. It's good that you have brought this topic up for discussion. Look, I think it's about time we organize ourselves as citizens and demonstrate for these parliamentarians and the government to see the kind of hardship they are sending the people of Ghana through. Look, what do we hear? You want to have this LI implemented at the time of Ghana's economy. And you're not serious. Look, the caller who just went before I came, he elicited something that I support completely. Look, today, what is the price of cement? What is the price of petrol? Even the quality, we can't get it. And these are the same parliamentarians who look through the budget and approve them. And then just one MP saying they go to FINRA, and that is where they address challenges of their communities. That is very sad. To me, my good brother, this bill should not be considered in any situation. I want to hear Alban Bagden. He has been saying that he is there for Ghanaians, what is his stake? The CSOs, please organize yourself strongly. And this time around, I tell you, we will back you. We will pull ourselves on the street to demonstrate for these parliamentarians to get common sense in their head.
Easy.
They are falling too much.
Easy, Samuel. Easy. Let's go to Klagong, where Kojo is. Kojo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Kojo. Share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, thank you very much for the story. And the story about the siren is highly, highly vexatious, especially for the MPs who are producing very little. So I only advise Ghanaians to catch them young, vote them out. They are little foxes that spoil the vine. Our vine has tender grapes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Kojo from Klagong. Triddle, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please. Share your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much. I am so astonished of the way the MP spoke to you, especially touching on funerals and stuff like that. Listen, are these parliamentarians there for Ghanaians? Look, it's about time some of them knows that they are serving us. We are not serving them. For instance, if you have a program at 8 o'clock, why don't leave your home around 6? Drive safely to wherever you are going to attend a meeting. What are they taking Ghanaians for? And I am so disgusted that a whole MP, some of them, especially Apia Kubi, could be defending such bill. With all due respect and humility, I'm calling on Ghanaians to stand against this bill, because at the end of the day, these people that we stand in we queue to vote for them, they are not there for us. If they are there for us, why me? Wake up around 6:37 to go and queue and vote for my MP and the president, just to go and pass law, make sure that life is unbearable for me. Look at what they are thinking of themselves. Look at what they are taking for themselves. And I'm quite ashamed of this MP, Anya Soto MP, who come on radio just to justify this with funerals. Did we vote for you to be attending funerals? Yes, funerals are part of us.
He says that's just an example, of the numerous social events, but he actually makes the case that he's chairing a meeting in the morning. He has another one, from Anyanso Otum. He has to go to thereabout. So it's actually a challenge, and sometimes you need to make a point in Parliament. Your committee is meeting at Peduase. The funerals were just an illustration of sometimes part of the extra, things you do as a member of Parliament. Yes, go ahead, Trudeau.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, hello. Is that Nee from Teshi?
Yes, please.
Yes, Nee. Please go ahead.
Yes, this bill, I think we shouldn't even try relating it to the economy if cement prices are up and all that. Whether the economy is good or the economy is bad, this bill shouldn't be passed. Why should they already, without the bill being passed, they all have sirens, they bypass us. We see them, they bypass us all the time. Even look at the abuse of the MP's tickets, office of the president's tickets. People have it on their cars and they bypass. If you pass this law, you see wives of MPs, children of MPs turning on sirens and be driving. Okay, there will be total chaos. So this shouldn't be entertained. I don't know why. Where are the MPs who speak up? Please ask Okujeto, Ablakwa, and the rest if they support these bills. Please ask them. We want MPs who don't support it to come out so that we know, and let us know those who support it. And Ghanaians, as they say, we are not angry enough. We shouldn't demonstrate, go on street for the police to get a chance to abuse us. We should all sit at home. The key issue is to say, if they pass this bill, we should all sit at home. The roads will be quiet so that the police will not have anybody to abuse.
Okay.
And ask judges. Find the judges and ask, because they are the ones. Ask them why should you be in a hurry to go somewhere? If you want to be there, I go to work. My kids have to be in school early. I wake up early. By 4 I'm up, getting ready to take the kids. So why don't you do the same? Why should we always pass laws for them to be comfortable?
All right. Thank you very much, Nee from Teshi. Jones is at La, very close. Jones, good morning.
Good morning, Joy. This is Jones Adogwe from La.
All right, Jones.
My question is, with all the things that borders are in this country, the only thing our parliamentarians are concerned about is to pass a law that trumps red light. We have a lot of issues that we are dealing with, and the only thing that concerns them is to pass a law that makes them to jump a traffic light. The ordinary people who can afford 3 square of meal a day, they are not thinking about that. They have already passed a number of laws that is affecting the ordinary people that put them there. Now, they want to lord on us. They want to lord on us. They want to tell us that we who put them there, they are not concerned about us. So they can lord on, they can ride on us at any time.
All right, thank you very much. Jones from La. Let's make our last caller. Kwesi is in Accra. Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Kwesi.
Yeah, Winston, help me. The parliamentarians, the judges, and then the ministers, I think they have auxiliary workers.
Sure.
Yeah. So will they also be permitted to use those sirens and other things?
I don't see that in the LI.
But these are people they work with. So how come if they are going to, for instance, you take the judges, then it means all lawyers should also be using sirens, and possibly those who have cases for that day. Because they are the people you are going to work with. If you take parliamentarians, the ministers, they work with secretaries and other things. So how come they expect them to get there earlier? How would they get there earlier when they themselves are not? So if they are going to, then it means they should be spread across every one of these auxiliaries, from the judge to minister to parliamentarians, should also be given siren. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kwesi from Accra, who will be our last caller on this particular issue. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Tell me where you gonna run.
An accidental disability caused with Mebambo Life Insurance on MTN and Telecel by Hollard Life, and also cry because with as little as 2, 10, 25, 50 Ghana cedis a month, you can get up to 30,000 for funeral and accidental disability costs. Just dial *269# to register on MTN or Telecel with your Ghana card number, and automatic monthly deductions will be made from your mobile money wallet. Add as many as 7 biological dependents to cover your spouse, children, parents, grandparents, and in-laws. No stress at all with a quick claims process. Get more Asumdre with Holland Life Mebanbo and live your best life. It is insurance made for you. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, one of the most heartbreaking things that could happen to you is finding out that the paper you used to wrap your hot, spicy kelewele is the CV you submitted for a job yesterday. Or you're part of 1.9 million. Now, don't wait till it happens to you. ALX, Africa's leading tech training provider, has a range of tech courses to help us get the X factor and get ahead in the competitive world of work. Whether you are a full-time employee, a housewife who's looking forward to rejoin the workforce, or a fresh out of high school graduate, there is a place for you at ALX. You can take any of their 6 to 12 month tech courses in AWS cloud computing, Salesforce administration, data analytics, data science, front-end web development, and back-end web development. The choice is yours. Just search ALS Ghana online today to apply. Your future self will be very happy for you, and they will thank you so much for doing this today. Apply today. ALS, do hard things.
And speccing that old car, a home makeover, or a relaxing beach getaway, use your ABSA card 10 times or more in a month, and you could be a lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promotion and extra entries by using our digital channels 5 times or more. From now till the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 cedis each every month to change their stories. For more information, visit an ABSA branch today. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters. ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, the best investment you can make is to invest in your child's education. A good school with international standard education and facility will nurture your child and give them the right fundamentals to be great in future. Let me introduce you to Metro Gold Schools. Yes, Metro Gold Schools. This is located at Ablekumakev. Admission is ongoing for Cambridge education, and also school starts from crèche grade 9, children from the ages of 3 months to 14 years. Rush now for the September intake. School starts from the 10th of September. Metro Gold Schools has a modern facility with serene environment conducive for learning. It has boarding facilities, a tennis court, basketball court, swimming pool, and an AstroTurf pitch. Enroll your child now. Call or WhatsApp 0548 050 108. That's 0548 050 108, or visit mgs.edu.gh for admission details. Metro Gold Schools. Your child deserves quality education.
Right, when we return, we have a conversation about financial literacy. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Subject people into the conditions of traffic on the road. Such people cannot meet the deadlines, and therefore it is imperative for us to give some access to them to be able to meet the deadlines. And let us not forget, if deadlines are not met, it goes to undermine the performance of such public officers or ministries or institutions. Some members of parliament and some even state ministers and even some judges have been arrested on the road because they are trying to meet their work schedule.
Hello? Pami, Charlie, who is give no best start you. Biawa, Salah de Namnaba, Haland is Ukraine drinks no. Sakadi, or Chile one corner, the show Simenu, Vibin and Kwa, na Vinny Junior dear, Cecia no bow. Masa, Yanni Tamnabra.
All your best football friends are waiting for you to join them for a thrilling football season on Go TV. Get Go TV Max now to enjoy La Liga, Serie A, Europa League, and more for only 140 Ghana cedis per month. Reconnect today, dial *759# and get all the action. Go TV, love it.
At the peak of her career, she slapped with the worst nightmare of her life. Faced with her biggest decision ever, a strange anonymous caller into a radio show hurls events into an unimaginable turn. This July, Kobna Answers in the Pants of a Woman is coming back. By popular request, Scribe Productions in partnership with Joy FM presents Ghana's first ever original musical on rape. In the Pants of a Woman shows on Saturday 20th July 2024 at the National Theatre. First show 3 p.m, second show 7 p.m. Rate is 150 Ghana cedis single, 250 Ghana cedis double, and 650 Ghana cedis for buddies of 5. Dial star 844 star 300 hash to grab your tickets now. Contact 054 609 8082. Sponsors: Foodstuff Home, Curves and Brushes, Timex Printec, and Sweet Melodies FM.
So do you like the play?
I loved it.
Out of 1 to 10.
Oh, 10.
Get your tickets now. In the pants of a woman.
Arise, arise, arise. Laboni, arise. Losa, arise. Arise, let's celebrate 75 years of academic excellence and empowerment. Join us as we launch our 75th anniversary celebration and the unveiling of the logo. To kickstart the anniversary, the date is 1st August 2024. Time is 4 p.m. prompt. The venue is the National Theatre. We are calling all Losa members across the globe. Come, let's connect, interact, and reminisce from the past. Network and build connections for the future as we put our alma mater beyond the skies. Media partner Joy FM, La Bosco, Wogbe, Lagbe.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
You're welcome back. 34 minutes past the hour of 9 on the Super Morning Show here. We're still receiving a lot of your messages on the sirens for MPs, judges, and ministers in the Republic of Ghana. And it's an interesting conversation. I think they should extend it to the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies too. His job is a very important one. They give money to people. They provide resources to the People's Republic so that I can. Finance is everything. Finance is what makes countries develop. It's what makes us evolve as a people. Well, we'll talk financial education, and already Chilibu Akudi is joining us in studio. I hope you are doing well, sir.
We are doing very well.
Yes, and he's joining us with Madam Cynthia Odonko. She's the component head, support to the private and financial sector program at GIZ. Please, you are welcome too.
Thank you.
I hope you're also doing well. Some time ago, I used to participate in what was called the Financial Literacy Week. Indeed, the Ministry of Finance yes, and Bank of Ghana collaborated to deliver that. Spent an entire week educating people, having to improve their competencies in these areas, because we know finance is important.
Yeah.
But no, this is a financial literacy education campaign.
Exactly.
Let me start with you, Chodeboa. I mean, what actually necessitated the financial education campaign?
Thank you very much, and good morning to all your viewers, listeners, and everyone across the globe. It's true, we used to dedicate 1 week for financial literacy to build the capacity of everybody, but we realized that there is the need for us to make it a continuous exercise. No need to wait until the one particular week in the year. Again, flowing from the financial sector cleanup, you agree with me that a number of people also lost some resources and it affected the confidence.
Yeah.
And therefore, we saw the need to educate the financial institutions themselves and to also whip them in line. The regulations came up to also ensure that they do what is right. Now they are complying. So what about the other leg of the equation, the key players who are the public, the customers? And so we saw that there is a need for us to now build their capacities, let them know their rights, so that when they go to a financial institution, they're able to deal with them appropriately. For example, the various products and all those things. Again, to also build financial inclusion. Now, Ghana has achieved about 95% of financial inclusion, but the bottom line is, the question is, are they knowledgeable to take the right decisions. So we believe that there's a need for us to continuously educate the public, let the customer know their rights, their responsibilities as well, so that they become more responsible and build their future together, and also to help them take the right decisions.
And this is important because recently there was a potential or a potential presidential candidate who really did not know the difference between debt and equity, and it became a very topical conversation in the Republic of Ghana. From the perspective of GIZ, why is this very important?
This is very important because this is one of the interventions that the German Development Corporation want to support the government of Ghana to promote. The German Development Corporation has been supporting the financial sector for quite some time now, and it has been realized that most of the issues that is stemming up from the financial sector is lack of knowledge on financial issues. So supporting this initiative will build the capacity of the general public as well as the MSMEs in making the right financial decisions, because if they know the basic needs, the basic issues on financial topics, they can be able to take the right decision, which can also help in improving their businesses as well as their ability to take right decisions and their well-being, the financial well-being.
That's for all of us. But let's drill down to why this campaign is focusing on the MSMEs as the primary target.
Yes. We are focusing on the MSMEs because if you look at the economy, the MSMEs contribute to about 80% of businesses in the country, and they also contribute about 70% of the GDP of the country. So if we target them, then we are sure that when their businesses grow, if they are able to take the right decision, they are able to engage with the financial institutions, take the right product to promote their businesses, they will be able to also create more jobs, and this will have a positive impact on the economy of the country. That's why we are targeting the MSMEs.
Now, Chenibua, I mean, because you are with the Association of Savings and Loans Companies, I need to ask you this question. I mean, these are difficult times. How can me or anybody avoid running into debt, particularly regarding multiple loans and also ensuring full disclosure when applying for loans?
Thank you very much. Loans are good. I will always support somebody going to take a loan because my mom took a loan to take care of me.
Oh, I see.
When I was in the university, I took the student loan.
Hopefully you are paid off.
Oh, I paid off. Fortunately, after working 2 years, I managed to get the money to pay off. Fortunately. One, for you to access a loan, you need to ask yourself that, do I really need it? If you really need it, go for it. But ask yourself, which institution will best serve my need? Which product will also serve my need? What are the risks inherent in the product I am taking on? The next thing you also ask yourself is, what are the terms and conditions of the loan?
Okay.
For instance, the interest rate. Is it a flat rate? Is it reducing balance? Or what is the conditions on collateral? Do they require collateral? What kind of collateral do they need? If you ask of again the terms of payment, is it a bullet payment or is it installment? Ask all these things. Don't be in a rush. The key thing is also that make sure you have the right documentation. The next thing is that be truthful as you take on any loan. Being truthful means that when you take the loan and you pay it on time or you honor your obligations, next time you are able to access it. Another person can also access it. The next thing you need to also find out is when you are in difficulties, you are not able to pay the loan because circumstances could change at any point in time. Talk to the financial institutions. Don't wait until they chase you and come to your house in the middle of the night, running away from them. Face them. You went to them to take the loan, so when you have a problem, go back to them. In any case, fortunately in Ghana now, we have managed to also make sure that anybody who takes a loan is put into the central database of creditors, people who have taken loans. or debtors.
The credit reference
The
bureau.
credit reference bureau is working very well. It will also improve your credit ratings. And so one key thing most people have a challenge with is the interest rates. They say that the interest rates are too high. I didn't know that it was too expensive. And that is the reason why you need to shop around. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a rush. Shop around. And Ghana, we are not controlling interest rate.
Yeah.
And so, because we are in a free market, look for which one will best serve your need and you are able to access it. And you'll be fine.
Cynthia, let's do this education. As a customer of a financial institution, if I feel that I'm not being treated properly or fairly, who do I report to and what can I do?
Okay. So if you are not being, you think you are not being treated fairly, maybe you went to a branch and the way they talked to you or the way they treated you didn't like, go to the branch manager to complain. So if the branch manager is able to settle it, then you are okay. If the branch manager doesn't settle it to your satisfaction, you can go to the head office of the financial institution to also go and complain, or you can write an email to them to settle the issue for you. If it's still not settled to your satisfaction, within 30 days, you can write to the Bank of Ghana. You can also give them a call to complain, or you can send an email. Some of the institutions are also having a portal, complaint portal, that you can log on to complain. So if it's a bank, you go to Bank of Ghana. If it's insurance institution, then you go to the regulator, which is NIC, National Insurance Commission. If it's security, that is investment issues, then you go to SEC. And if it's pension related, then you can go to NPRA.
Okay,
complain.
That's interesting. Now, let's talk about the issues people have raised, including the issues the financial sector continues to record regarding fraudulent practices. As a layperson, how can I identify fraudulent savings or avoid falling into such traps? Let me start with you, Chilibua.
Okay, thank you very much. One, in Ghana here, every financial product is a regulated product. And so, which means that anybody who is engaged in financial services should be licensed and regulated by one of the regulators that Cynthia spoke about. So, if the product that is being sold to you does not have a regulator, then know that you are falling into big trouble.
Okay.
You don't have any protection. That one, you can sue the person for fraudulent issues. The second thing is that you need to also find out the financial institutions, are they disclosing their products and interest on those products? It's a requirement under the law. The third thing is that this financial institution, do they have a recourse mechanism such that if I have a problem, I'll be able to follow those steps to get my issues resolved? If they don't have, run away from them. They are supposed to display it at their halls and all those places.
Oh, okay.
Then the next thing is, do they even publish their accounts? It's a requirement under the laws that all these institutions are supposed to publish their accounts. If they are not publishing, it means they are running away from you, hiding something. Run away from them. The last thing I will say is that the best form of security is you yourself. Be responsible. Don't chase interest rates. The higher the interest rate, the more the risk. If you think you can bear the risk, fine, go ahead and get the higher interest rate. But if not, be cautious, be wise. Let's take our own decisions. Let's take our own destiny in our hands and help build a better, prosperous future for everybody.
Those will be concluding words from me, but I want to hear from Cynthia too on this one. Final words, but just add on to the how do I as an individual avoid fraud in the financial sector?
For instance, if an institution offers you to save or to invest, and then the interest that they are offering is, let's say, about 50%, you know the situation in Ghana, and you have to ask yourself, what business is this institution using this money for, to be able to pay me an interest of 50% a month? So you have to think through and ask yourself certain questions to be able to know that, no, this one is too sweet to be true, so I don't believe it. And as TK has said, you have to make sure that the institution is licensed. If the institution is not licensed, then you have to be cautious of dealing with such institutions.
Well, I guess we can leave it off here. We've learned a lot today, right? At least now you're armed with information, you know what to do. Chedebo Akodja Boache is Executive Secretary of the Ghana Association of Savings and Loans Companies. Yeah. The man who deserves a siren too. Now, Madam Cynthia Odonko, she also deserves a. She's a big woman, component head. Support to the private and financial sector program at GIZ. Lady and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. When we return, we'll continue the Super Morning Show.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
Everyone is running to Bills. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with acquiring any of our loan facilities. For whoever you are and whatever you're doing, Bills has a product for you. No susu, no deposits. All you need is your Ghana card. Call 0302-200-390 or 0596-928-33 today and live a bill-free life. Bills Microcredit is licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed star 712 hash and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the car prizes are in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Coffee in your cup.
and sign up with the Momo account. That's how you can just sign on to a very wonderful health protection plan. That is the MultiPlus one. And take charge of your health conveniently and affordably by signing up for MultiPlus powered by MTN today.
So did you know that all 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians?
I had no idea.
Good you know now, because so when you refill your cylinder with us, you support the growth of indigenous businesses and create more jobs. They currently employ 7,000 Ghanaians directly and 3,000 Ghanaians indirectly. Combined, 10,000 Ghanaians. But this is not the only reason why you should buy from them. Look, their LPG distribution network offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket-friendly. Why? If you want to buy, say, 20 Ghana cedis, 30 Ghana cedis, you can do that.
Or sometimes you are just cooking the food, the thing goes off, the money is left with something small, you can just take the gas, go and fill it quickly and bring it back and, come cook the food.
Worried about being cheated? With us, you can watch Fili as your cylinder gets filled. Plus, we have weighing scales at every station, so you can double check the weight of the quantity filled. That's trust, accountability, and transparency guaranteed. Switch your to LPG. I mean, that's your vehicle to LPG. Especially if you drive a taxi, it's more environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem. Go green with LPG and make a difference. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Refill your LPG cylinder at your nearest gas station and help save our forest and environment. Let's protect Ghana. For this and the next generation, LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana, your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
Now pick up your phone. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com now if you want the best when it comes to office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. That's the online store to get the most important ones. They would arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. They also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Of course, terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And the Otumfuo Center for Traditional Leadership and the United Nations Population Fund invites you to a stakeholder engagement seminar themed Ghanaian Culture and the Quest for Women and Children's Rights. What issues exist in Ghanaian culture regarding women's and children's rights? Should we reconsider our culture's stance on child marriage? Host, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Professional Studies, Accra, Professor Abednego F.O. Amate. Traditional leaders, priests, lawyers, police officers, the judiciaries, politicians, civil society, NGOs, and the general public are invited to the seminar on Friday, July 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. at the west wing of the Kofi Ohene Kunedu Auditorium at UPSA campus. Come, let's engage minds to build Ghana. Partners Joy FM Oasis and Borisat Royal Foundation. For more information, contact 0244-733-613.
Now join us for a transformative spiritual experience. We're talking about life transforming messages, anointed ministrations, uplifting praises and worship. Experience God's presence and the power at Greater Works 2024. The speakers are Pastor Matthew Ashimolu, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, and the host, Pastor Mensa Otabel. The dates are from the 29th of July to the 2nd of February, which is the Friday. Now, the sessions from the morning, it starts on Tuesday, 30th of July at 9 a.m. The evening sessions starts from Monday, the 29th of July at 5 p.m. each. This is happening at the ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministration by Nathaniel Bassi. And for more details, visit gwcentral.org and follow us on our social media handles. See you there.
And are you looking for some good discounts on sanitary ware and towels? Then rush to Chemo Home for their crazy summer sale with discounts up to 50% on over 200 products, and the promo ends on the 31st of July 2024. Visit their showroom on the Spinters Road near Manette Junction or call them on 0244334947. Right, some 2 minutes to 10 means that that's all from us here on the Super Morning Show. Thank you so much for being part of the show. On behalf of the team led by Samir Damie, we say we're grateful. Keep on listening to Joy on 99.7 FM. My name is Winston Amoa.
My name is Raymond Dakwa.